Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit magnoliaestatesok.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Good evening, Wildcat fans, and welcome to Thursday Night Football on Cashion Wildcats TV, live from Crescent, Oklahoma, where your Wildcats taking on the Tigers here in War on 74 2024 edition. I'm Neiman Abavi. Joining me here in the booth is my man, Jackson Drake. Up top is Maddox Gibson on the camera, and we're so grateful and thankful to have you guys here on a Thursday night edition here during fall break of Cashion Wildcat football. The Wildcats enter tonight's game, Game 7, 4-2 on the season, coming off a tough loss to the guys up in the Panhandle, Hooker. But Wildcats will look to exercise some revenge here against their hated rivals here in orange and black, the Crescent Tigers. Welcome, Jackson. Did you get your full flare of fall break, or you still need a couple more days?
I mean, we can all use a couple more days, but I got had a great fall break. I spent a couple maybe hours watching Crescent. We've been watching them in the press box. Yep. They're struggling, and they just have so many different lineups. It's very confusing watching them, but they're a good team when you just come down to pen and paper on the field.
Yeah, let's talk about the Crescent Tigers, Jackson. That's a good transition. So led by first-year coach Brandon Geip, the Tigers are 1-5 this year, 0-3 in district. Scoot on over, Jackson. Let's let our man Lane have a little spot there. He didn't have much room, but the Crescent Tigers, after an opening season win against Morrison, which I was really surprised, they went on to drop 5 straight. Some tough games for the Tigers this season. They did also lose a significant amount of seniors, and last year it was a senior-laden starter team, both on the offensive and defensive side. I think 10 of 11 starters were seniors. They've got some growing pains here with Coach Brandon Geip, and as you mentioned it, a lot of movement of parts in and around this season, trying to figure out what will work for them. But what we know is that they're going to give their best effort here, as both teams are not shy about how much they displease each other. What was the week like this week for the Cashion Wildcats leading up to this game? I mean, I know we had fall break, but did you have a chance to catch up with anyone at school?
Right. I caught up with a couple players. They do not like Crescent. I'm going to put it like this. Off the field, everyone's friends, right? But on the field, it is straight business. Every sport. On the court, it is straight business. We do not like Crescent athletically. So they feel really confident, too. And I even asked E-Rob how he felt about it. He said this was a no doubt win tonight.
All right. Well, certainly take it. Hey, before we break down the Tigers and players to watch and Jackson's prediction on the game, let's move over to last week. We kind of have to take a look at it. It's kind of what we do here on CWTV, but last week it was a tough one against the number 2 ranked Hooker Bulldogs. They came all the way down a 4-hour drive, and they came away with a very solid win. The Wildcats in the first quarter, just like the OU Sooners against Texas, kind of hung in there. It was kind of a little back and forth. The Wildcats got a couple of stops, but it was all Bulldogs in the second and third quarter as they ramped up a 54-14 victory. The Wildcats, that loss does move them to 4-2, and unfortunately it's a district loss as the Wildcats pick up their first loss in district as they go 2-1. Wildcats again with wins against Merritt and Watonga at the bottom. They did, again, face off one of the two better teams in district in Hooker. They still have Fairview, and that makes tonight's game, as well as the game against Hinton and Sarah down in the next few weeks, extremely important. Can't take any weeks off. From a statistics perspective, the Wildcats, if we take a look at kind of just the stats that we had, again, outplayed the Bulldogs 55-45, had 15 first downs. It wasn't like we were immune. It's just that when we got in the red zone, you got to give credit to the Bulldogs. Their defense kind of worked up. Unfortunately, the Wildcats did have some turnovers. So did the Bulldogs. Actually, I think that's incorrect. It should be 2-1, I believe, from a turnover perspective. But you can see definitely outgained. The Bulldogs definitely very talented. Had a great sophomore running back. Had enough through the air to cause trouble for the Wildcats, again, to a massive 554 yards. What I did notice from our perspective is Jackson, only 5 penalties. I think if you're looking for a victory for the Wildcats, that may have been it.
Yeah, I also think there's one more victory out of it, and that was Grayson Davis. I think, we didn't play our best as a team, but I think Grayson Davis just, in general, 8 catches, 75 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. I think he obviously plays his heart out every game, and I think he played the best last week, and I really hope he does play good this week.
Yeah, no, you've been a big Grayson Davis fan this whole season. I totally agree. He also had an interception in the game. Grayson Davis was our player of the game last week. Don't rob him. He actually had 9 catches for 79 yards. I know you can't read my chicken scratch, but certainly he did have the day. And you know what? When you talk to folks even after the game, you could just tell Grayson, there was no give up. No matter what the score was, he was going 100%. He was getting after it. For that game as well, Kellen Smith was 13 for 36 for 100 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions that were pretty costly for the Wildcats. Give credit to the Hooker Bulldog defensive pressure. They didn't give Kellen much time. Caleb Duran with 7 tackles. Austin Compton with 6 tackles. And, going back and watching it, it sure looked like, we've talked about how Kellen is growing into the quarterback position. It's not something that he's played a whole lot of, hasn't played historic. He wasn't one of those kids that played tackle football since first grade. He's a baseball kid. There are some mechanics that we've talked about in the past where he's thrown off of his back foot. He's been able to get away with it. Last Friday night, he was not. And there was a lot of pressure from that Hooker Bulldog D-line. What do you expect out of this offensive line here for Cashion tonight?
Right, Crescent, not trying to take shots. They're not that big this year compared to last year, obviously. So this year, this game, I think the offensive line for Cashion will hold them. And I'm predicting 0 sacks. Maybe a couple pressures, but 0 sacks from our offensive line.
No, I like that. I've really enjoyed our offensive line all season, whether it starts with Caden Seeley in the center. You've got Caleb Duran and Timmy Jones, who've kind of moved from tight end to that tackle spot. And then the interior, you've got Max Hosley and the Donut King. You got Matthew Stockton. And Jacob Reese has kind of worked in a little bit here and there on the offensive line. Who else have we missed on the offensive line? Juan Melendez has come in. They've been solid all year. I think last week it was the Jimmies and the Joes and that Hooker team, who was a state runner-up last year, looking for revenge against the Wildcats, who have punished them in the past in several occasions. Were able to kind of get it going. But I agree with you. I think the O-line will be ready to bounce back tonight. And from your perspective, Jackson, in terms of if you got into Coach Shackelford's head, what's the game plan for the Wildcats? Is it get the ball into Grayson Davis's hands in all forms or fashions? Is it going to the new guy, our guy, Jaden? I saw Jaden at the house last night, getting into Jaden's hands. He looked pretty good, still working on his, taking care of the rock. Rival fields. What do you think is going to be the key here for the Wildcats, or what would you like to see?
I think the key here, and this is kind of, I'm not going to say it's a throwaway game, but if we start off really strong and we can maintain a lead, I think the game here for Coach Shack is just basically running over everything, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, maybe putting someone like Gavin Layton in the backfield, seeing if that does anything. So also I think it's just playing clean. No, there's going to be a flag, but not many flags, just like last week. So I think if I'm Coach Shaq, I'm just trying to just play the game, get up a huge lead, see if Ethan can come back in and play at quarterback again.
Hey, that's right. So we definitely have an injury update that might be positive for the Wildcats. Hey, let's take a quick timeout. We'll go to a couple commercials. We'll talk about our sponsors, and let's talk about the return of Mr. Ethan Waswo tonight here for the Cashion Wildcats. We'll be right back.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit magnoliaestatesok.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcats TV production of Cashion Wildcat Football 2024. It's Thursday night, and we're live from Tiger Stadium or Tiger Field here in Crescent, America, as your Cashion Wildcats taking on the Crescent Tigers. Wildcats 4-2, taking on the 1-5 Crescent Tigers. A big district A1 battle here, and it's not just a battle, it's War on 74, and we appreciate you guys joining us. It's going to be a good one. Both teams, as Jackson Drake, if you didn't catch the awesome pregame thus far, he's going to let you know they're friends out at the corner store or at the at Hoover's, but out on the field and on the diamond or in the court, on the basketball court, definitely no love lost. Well, we broke down the Crescent Tigers a little bit to kind of let you know kind of where they're at. Again, first-year coach Brandon Geip, 1-5, 0-3 in district. They've had 5 straight losses, certainly trying to get their bearings. In terms of players to watch, it's definitely going to be Tucker Stover. I think he's related to a couple folks in Cashion. We know the Stovers. Tucker Stover, a sophomore, 6'1", 85. He will get the majority of the run. Come on in. He's upstairs. Or he's going to be right here. He's going to get the majority of the snaps at quarterback. Coach Geip runs a little bit of a kind of a shotgun double wing kind of look or single wing where he'll have 2 guys in the backfield, most likely Stover or Isaiah Lovett, the senior, or maybe a Colby Watson, and maybe even possibly even a Luke Dowkey or a Nate Carey lined up. And one of those 2 guys could get the ball at any given point, run-pass option. You'll see a lot of that today, but certainly on the offensive side, it'll be Tucker Stover that we'll want to look for from that end. And on the defensive side, it'll be number 9, Colby Watson, the junior. He's got a big club on his right hand, but he'll be running the middle of the show there on the defensive side for Coach Geip and the Tigers. And we hope to I guess, neutralize him enough. But from your perspective, Jackson, as we think about, again, players to watch, anyone else from your standpoint based on maybe you're watching film or anything for the Crescent Tigers?
Right. So something that Hank Brown and a couple of other guys told me, number 15, Travis Wolf, is somebody who, given the right opportunity, can make a huge play for Crescent. So we're just going to have to limit his opportunities today. Okay, so Travis Wolf, again, a sophomore, 6'3", 155. And we talked about this. Again, with Crescent, it's kind of ebbs and flow. Every about 4 to 5 years, they've got a really solid team. They do. They've got a team that will compete, win a district. In fact, Wildcats, I think, dropped their first loss to Crescent in 11-man football a few years ago, and that was a senior-laden team that they rode all the way to the senior finals, losing to Afton. And it took a while, but they had a nice run these last couple of years. And last year, again, under we talked about Caden Varner, the quarterback, and a few other guys coming in. They had a decent run in the state playoffs, but certainly were good, and they were able to catch the Wildcats in our growth phase. But right now, it's a Crescent Tiger team that's full of sophomores, freshmen, and juniors. And certainly, as we talked about, they lost a lot of talent, I believe 10 starters on their 10 starters on both sides, offensive and defense. So it'll be Cashion's turn to maybe turn the tables a little bit here with our 7 and 8 seniors and really the depth at the sophomore level. All right, so Jackson, let's take a time to kind of maybe highlight some of our team sponsors. You've got them up and running. Hey, we can't do it without you guys. Obviously, our Squirtle sponsors, thank you, making this free of charge, and we'll give you guys some highlights here through the course of the broadcast. But Coach Shack says, hey, listen, we really appreciate our team sponsors for football. Again, platinum, gold, silver, and bronze level. Again, platinum level, CMS Willowbrook, Misty Wayman, NAFTA Mud, Matt and Amber Waswo family, Eric Sand LLC, Superior Construction, Renew Integrative Wellness, Layton Auction Services. You'll see on the gold side, Renaissance Architect, Cimarron Electric, BS Roofing, Silver's Floor Tech, Evolve Events, Absolute Lawn Care, Shatera, Brown family, Cale Cochran, Coach Cochran out at Mustang, Community State Bank, our scoreboard sponsor as well, Charlie Robinson. Charlie does everything around town. We love Charlie. And on the bronze side, how could we forget Chris Gibson? I got his prediction as well at Legacy Insurance and Legacy Lending, Jackpot Roofing, as well as Boyd Ballard and Jay Evans. So, hey, listen, really appreciate our team sponsors. So where we left off, we talked a little bit about Crescent, but we got a new face back for the Cashion Wildcats. That's Mr. Ethan Waswo, quarterback / tight end / defensive end / linebacker. What's the word on the street on Ethan's return tonight?
Right, as you said, Ethan is set to return tonight.
And they're still going to start Kellen. Kellen's been, minus the Hooker game, Kellen has been on a hot streak recently. So Ethan will be back
Hey,
up.
let's give Kellen a little credit. Like, I was banging on him, throwing off his back foot and a little bit of his fundamentals, but he has been electric for the Wildcats and a big part running and throwing the football. But keep going, my man. Keep going.
Right. So what I'm expecting to see from Ethan today is just running that tight end, getting the blocks, maybe getting a couple catches, getting downfield. And defensively, I'm expecting to see him a little bit of outside linebacker, sending that blitz. This Crescent offensive line isn't the biggest, so Caleb, Timmy, Ethan, all of them, they could have a day today. I'm expecting some defensive end, some outside linebacker, and probably some tight end from Ethan.
Do you think they're going to put Ethan on a play count, like he'll just do like maybe every other play, or is he full go green light?
I would probably say just for this week, since it could be a throwaway game, depending how it goes.
Okay.
Maybe 1 to 2 plays every
So
drive.
best case scenario, Ethan comes in, does a great job at tight end, does a great job maybe catching a couple passes, blows up the Crescent offense, and then maybe in some fourth quarter time period, we might see Ethan come back and sling it around. Okay, Ethan's got a phenomenal arm. There's nothing to doubt about that. He can absolutely throw the rock. We've seen it. Certainly from a standpoint, I know he's been growing up with this young Cashion football team. It reminds me of Michael Hawkins Jr. and Jackson Arnold with the Sooners. You know, sometimes if the parts aren't around you, it kind of multiplies, the issues on the team. But I love having Ethan back. I had a chance to coach Ethan in 3rd and 4th grade and 5th grade football. The kid absolutely has an amazing motor and he is the nicest kid off the field. On the field, would not want to mess with him. Don't even want to mess with Ethan Waswell. He'll come rip your head off. And that's what I want to see, Jackson. I want to see Ethan on the defensive side take out some frustration of the last few weeks not being able to play and go out there and make a difference. All right. So that's a breakdown for the Wildcats. Any other issues on injuries? We won't be seeing Riker or Drew back anytime soon.
I would say we're probably not going to see them.
And Austin Compton, again, last week had six tackles, so he's back 100%. So the Wildcats pretty close. Again, you don't ever want to miss out on Pocket Hercules Drew Westerhoff and Riker Johnson, one of the fastest kids around. You don't want to miss out on that. That's a shame for the Wildcats, but certainly doing well and have the parts and really have loved seeing Max Higdon as a senior stepping up. And, of course, you mentioned your favorite guy, Grayson Davis. Are we going to get a catch for our guy, the freshman, King Underwood, tonight?
I asked him in the hallway, and he said he's planning on getting a couple catches tonight.
Okay. All right. We'll see it. All right, so we appreciate you guys joining us. We've got 10 minutes until kickoff. Again, here from Crescent, America. I want to thank the Crescent administration, first of all, for a fantastic press box location and some amazing internet. I don't know who it's through. I know I use Pioneer, but we have at least 150 megs, and I guess we've got the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, God bless America, greatest country in the entire universe. So blessed to be here and so blessed to be representing all of you in maroon and gold on CWTD from Cashion, America, and all over the country and world watching as the Wildcats here on Cashion Wildcats TV amass almost 700,000 views going in year 6, the leading streaming service here in the state of Oklahoma. And we appreciate you guys joining us here through the Squirtle Network. All right, so we've broken down the Wildcats, we've broken down the Tigers a little bit. All that's left here is again, the national anthem is to get the boys to run through the tunnel and get this thing kicked off. From a standpoint, again, we really appreciate our fantastic Squirtle sponsors. You'll see them in the right-hand corner. They make this free of charge, and if you'd like to advertise, we've got a ton of options for you. Just visit us at cashionwildcats.tv. Click on that red advertise button at the very top. Look at all the different options available to you. And not only will you be supporting these kids, the school, you'll be supporting the community. Again, making this free of charge as we go all over the state chasing our favorite kiddos here in Cashion and watching them do their thing. So make sure if you'd like to advertise and be a part of this, feel free. We've got plenty of opportunities. All right, so we've got a few predictions. Before we get to predictions, as we always do, Chris, we miss you, Chris. I know you're watching. You got all the girls with you, taking care of the family, being a great husband and daddy. But if Chris were here as the officials walk out on the field, we always want to thank our officials. We can't have the games without them. This is Homer television, isn't it? We don't always agree with them. There's a few pass interference calls that we feel like need to be called, or a holding, or a face mask, or a late hit. But certainly it's nothing malicious or personal. We love our officials. Again, can't have the game. And as Chris says, if you think you can do better, go out and sign up and do it. As that's the reason a lot of times we play on a Thursday nights, because we don't have enough officials to do games all on Friday night. And so we'd love to have you go out there and do it. I know for basketball, I'm certified for basketball and will continue to be a certified official. Not to officiate, but so I can know the rules.
Right.
But certainly, again, a big shout out to those guys. Wildcats captains heading on the field, as well as the Tiger captains. Wildcats in white tops, white bottoms. It looks like our maroon helmets. Is this a good look for the Wildcats on the road?
Well, every look is a good look.
Oh, my
but,
goodness. Okay.
This is a great look. I love it.
Okay. I thought we might throw a little shade of black out there today, but no, Wildcats going with the traditional colors, white tops, again, white bottoms, maroon helmets, a white paw on that helmet. Again, one of the 3,427 possible looks with Coach Shack and his uniforms. The Tigers, the home team, will be heading out here close to the 40-yard line. They'll have black helmets with their Tigers logo, along with orange tops, so white numerals and white pants. Captains for the Tigers will be looks like number 6. We talked about Tucker Stover, the sophomore quarterback. Number 1, Smith Gordon, the junior, 5'9", 135. Number 2, Isaiah Lovett, the senior, 6 foot, 150. And then number 9, we talked about him earlier, the wrecking ball for the defense for the Tigers, Colby Watson. He's got that big club on his hand. Better watch out. The junior, 6'4", 200. Heading out for the Wildcats, it's your seniors, Caden Seeley, Max Higdon, Timmy Jones, Caleb Duran. Hanging back is Caden Seeley. And looks like we'll have a toss here. The Wildcats, rest of the team will be entering the field. So prediction time, Jackson. Let me give you Chris Gibson's prediction, and we'll see if you're close to it. So I got this from Maddox. Chris Gibson over at Legacy Lending and Insurance, 35-14 the Wildcats. He thinks the Crescent Tigers are going to score 2 touchdowns on us maybe late in the game. What do you got for us?
Right. I actually kind of have something similar. I have – ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my pen right here.
All right, so last year they beat us 42-0. So
was it 42-0?
Yes.
40. I must have erased that from my memory. There's no way that happened.
I wasn't even here last time.
42-0. Okay.
So I'm thinking we're going to shut them out today. Go 0 for them.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 42-0.
42-0. A little reverse mirror action. Jackson, I love the imagery. I love the theatrics of that pick. That's phenomenal. I'll definitely go with it. We are sharing the booth with some awesome guys here, so if you hear some words some explicitives that may come out, those aren't from Jackson and I. Those are from our fantastic stats and spotter guys. I'm not going to mention any names here, but there might be a quick pull on the volume. But looks like did we win the toss?
I believe so.
Okay, Wildcats won the toss, and in pure Lynn Shackelford fashion, we'll be accepting it. I don't even have to know what happens, and so most likely it'll be the Wildcats as they get ready to run through. So 42-0. I love the prediction, Jackson. I can live with that. I'll go with that. It is a packed house, of course. I do see a ton of Cashion folks still trying to figure out parking out in the wheat field, trying to find a spot. It is a unique setting where you can back your truck up and hang out in the back of your truck to watch the game, which is kind of nice. Wildcats in maroon over there. We got a small band, and it'll be your Wildcats entering the field, led by your state champion cheerleaders. Looking good going through. It'll be your Tigers, and we'll have football here in a few minutes. Jackson's going to be working our new scoreboard. We won't have clock on there. We're going to get there eventually. But no, Jackson, go back. We'll have it right here. We'll have the down and distance for you. Jackson's he's a whiz. He's a young kid, right? He's good with the mouse. So he'll get you going with first down and 10, timeouts, et cetera. Go ahead and give them all 3 timeouts, Jackson, if you want. We'll give them 3 dots there on the scoreboard. And we appreciate all our fantastic Squirtle partners. Again, Corey Rogers there helping us out on the technical side. And big shout out to the Crescent Tigers. They flipped over to Squirtle. They are a Squirtle school this year, and we'll have competing broadcasts. But they were kind enough to give us their Wi-Fi, so we're super happy about that. All right, so Jackson, the tunnels are off. Smoke has been cleared. We're going to have football here in a little bit. We appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, again, powered by Squirtle. Certainly, the text line is open. If there's an issue, don't hesitate to let us know. Let Jackson know. I'll keep mine open. Text Chris Gibson. Maddox is up on the camera. We'll figure it out. All right, so with that, the kickoff team here for the Crescent Tigers will be on the field. They'll be moving from kickoff will be moving from left to right, from north to south. A lot of high school fields in Oklahoma don't go east-west. Some do. Some fields in Stillwater still go east-west, which is crazy to me. But Cashion's field does go east-west. Here in Crescent, they do go the correct way, which is north-south. Keep that sun out of your face. But you do have a big wind that can come into play. Right now, from a temperature-wise, it's absolutely beautiful. What do we have, Jackson? I think it's 67 degrees, light wind. It's a good one for football.
66.
66, all right. Deep for the Wildcats, it'll be Grayson Davis, Max Higdon. Up backs will be Slade Williams as well as Gavin Layton. We've got number 21 tonight, Hank Brown, and the freshman, King Underwood. All right, the Crescent Tigers taking a while. They're going to use a non-tee kickoff, very similar to the Cashion Wildcats. They're going to toe punch it off the dirt, looking for something low liner, maybe careen off of a Cashion player. The front line guys are going to have to let that go. We've got, looks like Houston Jerry as well as Austin Compton. And we've got football. That's going to be punched through. It's going to Houston Jerry, speak of the devil, will take a hit, but great job there by the freshman securing the ball. He'll say he's the brother of Adley Jerry, and it'll be Cashion Wildcats football right around the 41-yard line.
1-yard return.
So Houston Jerry with the catch. Nice work there by the freshman. Not an easy situation, and he may be a busy guy today. We hope he's not. We hope Crescent, that's the only kickoff they have all game if we're going to keep that 0 score. All right, Wildcats on offense. We've seen it. We've talked about it all season long. Typically 11, 12 personnel, which means 1 or 2 tight ends with 1 running back. It's Rival Fields in the backfield with Kellen Smith, couple sophomores. Rival Fields, big hole right side, and he's going to get tripped by the turf monster. He had a huge hole as Timmy Jones cleared the path, but that's going to be a nice pickup of about 7 yards there for the sophomore.
Right, and I'm busy working the first down and 10
You
right
got
now,
this.
so.
Come on, brother. You got this. All right, so 2nd and 4. It's actually a gain of 6 here. It looks like it's a short 6 here, but or short 4, but nonetheless, Wildcats in a bunch formation. Rival Fields to the left. He's going to take the handoff from Kellen Smith. Another huge gaping hole. Tripped up again. Great job by Rivals. It was number 11, it looks like. That would have been Camden Cronister, the junior, with the tackle, just tripping him up, and that's the Cashion Wildcats' first down of the night.
Right, and one weakness about both teams is they are so close off the field. Maybe they know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
We'll certainly take it. So they have, these guys have played each other. We talk about Casa ball, Chisholm Trail football from 3rd grade on. Wildcats with a first down and plus side of the Crescent Tigers, 11 minutes on the clock. Kellen Smith, toss sweep. Rival Fields with the pitch. Grayson Davis, great block. And that's going to be a 9-yard carry for Rival Fields. He says, hey, guys, put it on my shoulders. I'll take it.
Right, and somebody we didn't even really mention in the pre-show is Rival Fields, and that is somebody that Shaq will probably try to get hot really early in the game today.
Well, he's doing it. He's going to get a break there, as it looks like. Actually, it's number 21, Jaden Bolton, who's going to be coming in. Jaden wearing 22 sometimes. Now he's got 21. Jaden Bolton, the junior, coming in. He's Definitely shown a lot of spark. He's been great. He's had great patience in the hole. Definitely a lot of speed. Just got to take care of that rock, and I know he's working on that. So with that, it's second and one here from right around the 35. He's to the left. Back to pass Smith. Plenty of time. He's going to be rolled to his flush to his right. He's going to flip that one out. That's a dangerous throw, and that one will be intercepted. Intended Grayson Davis, and that is a mistake there by the sophomore Kellen Smith. Coach Shack will have him have a conversation, and that's a critical mistake there as the Wildcats were getting deep in Crescent Tiger territory.
Right, and that's something Kellen's going to have to learn. Just throw the ball down or throw it out. We will take the intentional grounding if they call it. Just don't force a turnover.
You're exactly right. So, again, as we talked about, Kellen, a lot of skill, not a lot of experience, and he's learning on the fly. Again, throwing off his back foot, that takes tempo and pace off the ball. That one where maybe the guy was open, in that case Grayson Davis, for a second, but that back foot throw lops up, and give credit to the Crescent Tiger defense. Tigers out now, 10:05 on the clock. Got that inverted wishbone. Back to pass is Stover. He's going to get flushed out looking into the flats. Intended receivers, number 28, Nate Carey, the sophomore. Great pressure there by Ethan Waswo.
Right, now I was about to say, Ethan Waspo, first play back on the field, and he's already about made an impact.
You know, listen, you talk about an off-the-bus team. Ethan Waswo is an off-the-bus kind of kid. You watch that. He's the one of the kids that you want coming off the bus first for your team. He absolutely stands out, enormous size out there. He's got good speed and athleticism, so he's already wreaking havoc thus far. 2nd and 10, 9:59, clock stops. Stover back to pass again, rolling out pressure from Waspo. He's going to dump it down to his man, number 2, quickly. Is that Timmy Jones?
Yes, sir.
It is. Timmy Jones on the pursuit against Isaiah Lovett for a very minimal gain of about a half a yard.
Right, and yet again, Ethan Waspo, he's embracing this. You know, he's lost his QB spot, which, given, not his fault, but he's embracing this whole defensive end thing. He wants to get these sacks. So, Ethan, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm all for it as well. Again, great job, 2 straight plays. So that brings up 3rd and long. This is where the Tigers do not want to be. 3rd down and predictable here as the Wildcats will show that 4-man front. They'll go 2-by-2, 4 wide. It's going to be Watson back there in helping to block for Stover. Stover back to pass. He's going to come back in the flats. It's going to be caught well short of the first down. Decent gain of about 3 or 4 yards, but that'll bring up 4th down. Decision time here for Coach Geip. Does he go for the punt?
Yeah, it looks like he's going for the punt. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so good work there by the Cashion defense, keeping everything in front of them, not allowing anything, and Stover having to dump down there, and I believe that was number 1, Smith Gordon, a junior 5'9", 135 receiver. We'll see him in the backfield as a running back as well. Wildcats will have Kellen Smith in kind of a safe back position. Wildcats looking to rush with 3. That's going to be a great punt over the head of Kellen Smith. It's going to land right at the 27 and go sideways for a Cashion bounce, and it'll be down right around there. So Wildcats on their second possession, they get the 3 and out, and we'll take over 1st down and 10 with 9:08 on the ball in the ball game.
Right, and if I'm Kellen, this has just got to be a slower drive. Try not to force anything if you do pass, but keep giving it to Rival. He was doing excellent in the first couple of runs.
Absolutely. You know, I agree with you. The run was working. I guess Coach Shack got a little greedy there. Certainly to see if he goes back to it again. It will be Rival Fields in the backfield, so the Wildcats will take over their second possession right around the 28-yard line. Trips up top, hand off to Rival Field to go left side, breaks 1 tackle. It'll take 2 more to bring him down. Great strong run there by the sophomore Rival Fields.
Right, and we've said it so many times this year, but I'm going to keep saying it. Rival Fields, he is very, very heavy to bring down and hard to bring down. So
yeah,
Crescent's going to have a field day bringing him down.
I agree. He definitely has grown up his sophomore season. He's definitely put on the weight and the muscle. He'll take a spell as Jaden Bolton checks in for him. The junior will go to the right of Kellen Smith. Trips up top on the wide side. Kellen Smith will keep it. He's looking for a small lane. He's going to look for the 1st down, and it will be enough. So Kellen Smith with the keeper on the read. It'll be 1st down, Cashion Wildcats right around the 40-yard line.
Right, and that's something that Shaq is going to do a lot of if Kellen keeps trying to force passes, which I'm not saying he will. But if Kellen can run it, so, you know, if you want to, just keep running it with Kellen and Rival.
Absolutely. So with that, Rival Fields will check back in. Trips up top again. Single tight in here, so 11 personnel, Gavin Layton in. Rolling to his right is Kellen Smith. He's going to come back. He's got a great dart to Grayson Davis. in the flats, right at the stick. Those parents over there need to learn to drop the sticks when the players come by. You know, I was an All-American working the sticks when I was a dad back in the day, and that was one of the things that I certainly learned All-State awards by being able to drop the stick when the players came by. But it looks like it will be very close to a first down, and not only does it not hurt the player, it also saves the equipment from being crushed, and I think that's what we're looking at right now as the equipment is hung up there. So we'll see if we got a first down as the white hat, and he'll give the Wildcats first down. So Wildcats with their fourth first down already in the game. Fifth first down, fourth first down right at the 50-yard line.
Right, and Kellen, I think that was what he's trying to do the first time, but excellent rollout on that pass, giving it right to Grayson.
7:58 on the clock, first quarter. Jaden Bolton checked into the left of Kellen Smith, almost offsides. Jaden Bolton breaks one tackle through the lane. Great job of hanging on the ball, and another hefty rushing carry there for the Wildcat offense.
Ryan, I asked Jaden today, I just asked everybody, how do you feel about this game? And Jaden's like, I want to get my touchdown tonight. So
he actually was talking about maybe even getting two. So, hey, one bite at a time here. Running clock here, 7:37. Nice giant scoreboard here. Bond money at work here in Crescent, America. We see it all over except in Cashion. So with that, 2nd down and 2. Swing pass to rival fields. Nice block by Grayson Davis. Cuts through as a small lane. Gets across the 40. That'll be enough for the first down. Give credit Smith Gordon, the junior, with the tackle.
Right, and Shaq is noticing how Kellen threw that pick on that first one, so they're just going to try to throw short passes, safe passes, and it's worked out so far.
Yeah, good job there by rival fields. That wasn't an easy pass, a little bit behind him. Was able to use all hands on that one using those gloves. Nice grab, and is able to pull that forward for a nice gain. Another first down, the 5th for the Wildcats already here in the first quarter. 7 minutes, empty set here. Kellen Smith in motion. Grayson Davis with the fake, rolling to his right. He's got King Howard with the catch from the 15. Makes one move, makes another. Is brought down, and there's the freshman on the deep post, on the deep flag. Corner route, and Kellen Smith finding his second reception of the night.
Right, and I like that little move that King did at the end. Maybe just try to push it in, see if you can get there just like that. But nonetheless, great move from King, trying to get the touchdown.
Absolutely. So great job there by the freshman getting open. Nice work there by Kellen, setting his feet, making a good throw. Jaden Bolton's checked in. He's to the left here of Kellen Smith. He's going to get the handoff right side, looking for a block from Timmy Jones, still on his feet. And he's going to be dropped right around the 6-yard line. So nice, healthy run there, and that'll bring up 2nd down and short here definitely inside the 10 for the Wildcats. So Wildcats will set back up. Again, it'll be first down right around the 2-yard line. So Coach Shack has got a lot in his playbook right now to work with. 6:25 on the clock, 2nd and 2 from the 6-yard line. Jaden Bolton stays in to the left of Kellen Smith. Max Higdon, Grayson Davis flexed out. Bolton with a handoff. He's going to get across the goal line. Touchdown. Cashion Wildcats. Jaden Bolton on the 6-yard carry, and the Wildcats draw first blood.
Right, and great job from Jaden. He was able to secure it the whole drive through to get in the end zone.
Yeah, fantastic work. And, hey, listen, we love seeing rival. We love seeing Jaden. But you know who did that for the Wildcats? It was that offensive line. Those boys weren't even touched until about 3 or 4 yards across the line of scrimmage. Out to kick the extra point, senior Adley Jerry. Kick is up, and it's in the cattails. What is that vegetation? I've always forgotten what that vegetation is. It's not a cattail. It's not wheat, but it's into something. So look, hopefully one of the ball boys will have to go find that one in there. But Adley Jerry stays perfect on the season on extra points. I believe that's 15 out of 15 for the senior. She got a phone call, by the way. Did you hear about that?
No.
FaceTime from a guy that I have a different name for, but he's a coach out at USC. Adley went to that coach's OU football camp 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh.
There was a story. She won homecoming, got back to him, and he actually did something nice. Certainly, I guess even the Grinch, right, has a little bit of softness in his heart. And so with that, nice little reward there for Adley Jerry. And she's been fantastic thus far this season. Again, perfect with extra points. Wildcats up 7-0. It was a 62-yard drive. Actually, I apologize, a 69-yard drive. Now, that one lasted right around a minute and a half. And the Wildcats punching in on the 6-yard touchdown run there on the right side by Jaden Bolton. Wildcats kicking off. It'll be, is it Gavin Layton who's been kicking off for us? Sure is.
Yeah.
Gavin Layton. And we're going to do the same thing, or Crescent does what we do. It's a little no-tee toe punch from the 40. That one's going to get a little bit of a carry. It's going to be caught in the air at the 30-yard line, running, screaming across. Austin Compton! Absolute missile coming through. Number 11, Bryson Babb had no chance on that one as Austin Compton chases him down the 35-yard line for about a 6-yard return.
Right, and Babb came off the field limping a little bit, so Austin definitely got a good hit out of him.
All right, so from the 37, second possession here for the Crescent Tigers. First one ended in a punt. So with 6:03 on the clock, Wildcats back out on defense. We appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, powered by Squirtle. Thursday night action. Looks like we've got a little fullback wing action look here. We'll change it. Coach Geip getting a little crazy here. Wildcats flip their defense as well. Double back set, keeper by the quarterback, Stover. He's going to get to the outside. Max Higdon will check him out after a nice positive gain. Looks like of about 7 yards, 8 yards here by Stover. So we talked about it earlier. Stover will be in the backfield, and he'll have a very close running back right next to him, and either one can catch the ball and run with it, in essence, out of the Wildcat. Sometimes it's number 2, Isaiah Lovett. Sometimes it's number 1, Smith Gordon. You might see Colby Watson, number 9, back there. And so with that, we have Lovett to the left of Stover. Stover will keep it. Power look. Ethan Waswo. Don't stop me now. The junior coming through with a huge tackle. I don't know if it'll be enough for a first down. It looks like it will be short, and it'll bring up third down and short here for Coach Geip and the Tigers.
Right, and Ethan was not fooled by all this trickery that Crescent's trying to do right now. So great job from Ethan just to get in there and get the tackle.
Great job coming scraping down the line. The kid's got a lot of speed. And if you're the Tigers, you haven't seen him on tape all season, or film or video, I should say. If I say tape, I'm making myself sound old. All right, bunch formation, power look, right side here on the short side. Stover and Lovett in the backfield. It's going to be Lovett. Is it Stover, and he's not going to get anything. He didn't even get close to the line of scrimmage. The line judge has him close to the first down marker. Let's see where the close line judge has him. Looks like it's going to be really close. And it looks like it will be enough for a first down. That's a tough call for the Wildcats. It sure looked like that was behind the line of scrimmage.
Right, but you know who we saw come in and try to get the stop? Caleb Duran, Matthew Stockton, and Ethan Waswo. So great hustle from them three, and we'll get the stop soon.
Yeah, give credit to the Tigers as that big first down run there by Stover that got him in a position to get the 1.5 yards for that in those next two plays. So Tigers back out. Shotgun. Stover will keep it. He'll go left side this time. He's getting chased down. Timmy Jones, as well as it looks like is that Caleb Duran. Guess who? The two leading tacklers for the Wildcats. Give Stover credit. He gets about 2 or 3 yards on that right at midfield. So that'll bring up second down and 7, 4:35 on the clock. Good possession here for the Tigers coming through. They're going a little bit of power here, aren't they, Jackson? Little student body left and right with Stover.
Right, and Cashion's done great so far with this formation that Crescent is running. And defensively, I think we've done pretty good minus that first down.
Yeah, and if there's anyone that I trust, it's Tony Wood. If there's going to be anyone that's going to be able to make adjustments, it's him. Stover in shotgun, back to pass this time. He's going to look to the flats. Slade Williams with the deflection. It's still caught, and guess who? It's Hank Brown, the sophomore, coming up. The receiver was number 2, Isaiah Lovett. Slade Williams almost had himself a pick 6 there.
Right, and I like that. And I like that from Slade Williams, trying to get the deflection, not try to go for the pick. But at the same time, I would have liked to see Slade Williams get a pick right there.
It would have been nice. So nice little gain there. It gets it to the plus side here on the Cashion side for Crescent Tigers at the 48. It'll bring up third down and 5. Definitely 4-down territory here for Coach Geip and the Tigers. Stover in shotgun again. 4 wide here. Trips up top. Let's see if they go deep. Stover back to pass, rushes on. He's got a man wide open. Timmy Jones who bits, and that'll be number 1, Smith Gordon. And that's a 48-yard touchdown completion for the Tigers. And that's a big no-no for the Wildcats.
Right, and I hate to give Crescent any type of love, but that was a great wheel route from Smith Gordon right there.
Yeah, give credit. Gordon out of the backfield, so just like that, give credit to the Tigers. Again, a rivalry game. And give credit to Stover Again, not necessarily not going to confuse you with John Elway, but certainly a great ball, put it on the spot. He was wide open. So out for the extra point will be number 15, Travis Wolf, the sophomore. Holders number 28, Nate Carey. Very important extra point. Snap, hold, and the kick is dribbles right over. Wildcats kind of stopped it, and with that, we've got a tie ball game. So a 2.5-minute drive capped off by a 48-yard completion from Stover to Gordon, and it's tied up 7-all.
Right, and Cashion's going to figure out that wheel route sooner or later, and hopefully we can get a stop and make the adjustments. And I trust Tony Wood to make the adjustments. Fortunately, my prediction's already wrong, so
It's all right. That was a situation. You got to give credit to Crescent. They worked the flats, they worked the soft zone inside, and that time Timmy kind of bid on. Timmy was out there in coverage. He had him, but then give credit to Gordon as you wisely offered up, Jackson, the wheel route. And it was to the house for the Crescent Tigers. So 7-all here. If anything happens in this game outside of a turnover on every possession, I don't see Crescent stopping us. So the Wildcats just need to kind of settle in on defense. We've been running it down their throat, and we'll figure this out. But again, give credit to Coach Guy tying this up in a big rivalry game.
Right, and Smith Gordon is kind of quick. I mean, did you see that? That was a great wheel route.
Yep. I did, and actually he pulled away there at the end, so give him credit. So toe punch, it's going to land soft. Someone's got to get on it. Gavin Layton will. And it looks like King Underwood takes a late shot there at the end, saying, hey, what was that for, brother? And with that, it'll be the Cashion Wildcats' third possession. We're still in the first quarter, 3:37, a lot of fireworks. Wildcats will take over right around looks like the 34-yard line. 3:37 on the clock. Wildcats will go back out with rival fields. Max Higdon, Grayson Davis, 2x2 on the short side. Austin Compton and King Underwood up top. Fields to the right of Kellen Smith. He'll get to be Smith with the keeper. No one on him. He's got a chance to midfield. Makes one guy move, still on his feet, and he's going to be dragged out. Great read there by Kellen Smith on that defensive alignment, and it gets a huge run deep into Crescent territory.
Right, and even Kellen fooled me on that handoff right there. So that was a great handoff from Kellen, and he took that hit, and he was able to get a couple more yards. So great job from Kellen.
So the Wildcats with the big run move it from their own 34 all the way to the Crescent side. Actually, did he step out of bounds? I guess he did, right around the 43, 44-yard line. We'll go with a 43. Kellen Smith in shotgun. Rival fields in the flats. Kellen Smith coming out. Grayson Davis with a missile coming at him. And that's where Kellen needed just to hold the ball just a little bit longer, let Grayson get out of that break and give him an easy throw. And Grayson probably turns that into maybe a long gain, if not a touchdown.
Right, and that's something Kellen's going to keep working on. Hopefully from senior year, Kellen will just be able to toss that right into the end zone from Grayson, and Grayson will just take a touchdown every single time. So
yeah, I think Kellen just, his offensive line is doing good work. He just needed to take a deep breath there. So with 3:24, the clock stops on the incompletion, 2nd and 10 in motion. King Underwood behind Kellen Smith. Kellen's going to hand it off to Rival, and he's going to be caught in the backfield. Give credit to number 52, I believe. 62. That's Hudson Replogle, the senior, 6'1", 170. And this is where I've seen the Crescent Tigers really jump the count. I think this is where Coach Shack maybe needs to change that count. It's almost been offsides. So 3rd and long here, 3 minutes running clock here, first quarter. And there it was right there. Almost got them to jump. Let's see what happens here if we change some things up. Rival fields to the left. Fumbled snap. Kellen Smith will keep it. He's going to work back outside, inside, still on his feet, and he's going to get pushed forward to about the 41. Little chicken salad out of chicken poop. And he'll get across the first stick, and he'll bring up 4th down and long. Definitely go for it situation here for Coach Shack and the Wildcats.
Ryan, if I'm Coach Shack, even if I don't get this, which I'm trusting the offense to get it, but even if I don't get this, I should trust the defense to come right back out and get a stop. So.
Well, he's got Max Higdon aced out by himself on the far side, maybe a little run-pass option. Almost got the offsides again, so good work there kind of changing things up. 2:14 on the clock. Crescent Tigers with their Zuzu horns. Back to pass, Kellen Smith, out route to Max Higdon. In and out of his hands, and it's intercepted. It would have been enough for the first down. And so the second turnover of the night, as great ball by Kellen Smith. Stepped into it. Nice velocity. Nice angle right in the hands of Max Hidden. Bounced right out and falls into the Crescent Tigers for the second turnover of the night.
Right, I can't even really put the blame on Kellen on that one. Max has just got to...
No, Max got to catch that.
Yeah, and I've been saying it. Which Max are we going to get today? Are we going to get the Max that has 7 catches for 3 touchdowns, or are we going to get the Max that has 7 drops for no touchdowns?
Well, let's go for the one that maybe has 1 drop, and let's get those other touchdowns here. So Wildcats back out on D, 2:04 on the clock, handoff inside. It's going to be wide jet sweep, love it. Grayson Davis, missile, TFL for the sophomore. Nice job there by Grayson Davis, and great job by the Wildcats extending that out for a loss.
Right, and Grayson's not scared of anybody. And if you saw that Hooker game, you can tell he'll go hit anybody that he has to.
Sure will. So with the loss, that'll bring up second down and long here. Wildcats, again, back on defense after their second turnover deep into Crescent Tiger territory. That might be the story in terms of the Wildcats thus far. It could be 21-7 right now. So with that, Lovett Stover, back in shotgun. He's got Watson next to him. Back to pass, pressure's on, no holding call, and that is quickly met there. Great job there by Timmy Jones. Actually, Caleb Duran out in coverage against number 28, Nate Carey. Great pressure as it looked like Ethan Waswell was tackled in the backfield. No call. That'll be a short gain of about 2 and bring up third down and 10.
Right, and it's taking around 2 or 3 Tigers to bring Ethan down every single play, so you'd love to see that.
Yeah, certainly from a standpoint, we've got an umpire and a referee in the backfield. They got one of those 2 guys have got to see that. That's the whole point of moving those 2 guys back there. The umpire used to be in the linebacker space. Now he's been moved here for 2024, and it's to help make those calls. So with that, running clock, 46 seconds here. First quarter action, trips right, Stover back to pass, pressure, left hustle on the left side, coming across the middle. It's going to be caught. Great pass and great catch in traffic. Number 2, Isaiah Lovett, in between 3 Cashion defenders. And that's a big conversion for the Tigers and a first down right around the 41-yard line.
Right, and if I'm Cashion, I'm still not stressing. I know momentum is a huge thing in any sport, but if I'm Cashion, I'm still just got to get the stop, next play.
So with that, the clock should be running. It is play clock at 20, game clock at 24. We will have a snap here at the end of the first quarter. The Tigers tying it up on their last possession with a 48-yard bomb. Here looking to take the lead. Wildcats in a 4-man look, 4-3 look. Inside keeper by Stover. Nowhere to go. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Loose ball. Wildcats. Did we get it?
Yes, sir,
Looks
we did.
like we did. A huge hit there by Caleb Duran. And the Wildcats get it back right around the 37-yard line.
Right, and I don't know I believe it was Caleb who forced the fumble, but I saw Ethan down there too, so if Ethan was the one who forced the fumble or picked it up, attaboy Ethan.
It was a big hit. I saw Caleb first, so right around the 38. I don't know who recovered it, but go Wildcats, and Wildcats have a chance after giving it up, get it right back. Kellen Smith in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to rival fields. Huge hole up the middle, cuts the outside, still on his feet to the 20. And he's dropped down right around the 18, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Give my man the ball. Rival Fields with another huge carry here for the Cashion Wildcats.
Right, and if I'm a Cashion fan, don't love a lot of things, but I do love the ending right there. So we'll come into the second quarter, and hopefully Cashion continue the momentum they have so far.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout. We appreciate you guys joining us. 7-7, it's a good one. We'll be right back.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcats TV. Neiman Bobby, Jackson Drake. He's getting a little bit of a ribbing here from some of the old guys on his very poetic prediction of the game. Wildcats, though, hey, listen, I'll take 42-7, won't you, Jackson?
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Wildcats, again, with 2 turnovers already. We could have had 42 points in the first quarter, it feels like. But two interceptions, 2 costly unforced errors by the Wildcats. Give credit to the Crescent Tigers as they're opportunistic. But the Wildcats coming back with a huge hit on defense, causing the fumble. They started at the 38-yard line. 12 minutes on the clock here as we start the second quarter. It's been Rival Fields who's been phenomenal today. He's checked into the right of Kellen Smith, trips on the short side. Rival with the keeper left side is going to stay patient, cuts back through to the 15. He's got a small lane. Max Hicken trying to lead the way. And that'll be a first down for Rival Fields on another huge carry.
Right, and great cutback from Rival. He noticed there was a hole right there, and he's able to take it.
Yeah, great vision. So with that, first down and 10 from the 19. Rival with another keep. He'll fall forward. Great blocking there. It looked like Caden Seeley, among others. It looked like even Gavin Layton on that left side. Wildcat offensive line doing a great job here for the rush game. Hey, let's not go away from it. So 2nd and 2 from the 19. And we have a stop here. Do we have a timeout? We'll have too many men on the field. Crescent, illegal substitution, or participation, I should say. So that one will be half the distance to the goal. So with the ball at the 2-yard line, it'll move 1. It looks like Slade Williams will check in. No Ethan Waswo on offense. And so on the night already, Rival Fields, 8 rushes for 66 yards. Wildcat offensive rushing prowess has been fantastic. Another 31 from Kellen Smith, another 22 from Jaden Bolton, who has the only touchdown. So run game has come alive tonight, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's right. So Wildcats will go in with 12 personnel. That means 2 tight ends. Gavin Layton and Slade Williams will be on either side of the offensive line. We've got Timmy Jones, Caleb Duran, Caden Seeley. Juan Melendez is checked in, as well as Matthew Stockton. In the backfield is Rival Fields. Kellen Smith will hand it off to him. Left side, cuts back through, still on his feet. Touchdown! Rival Fields and the Cashion Wildcats on the 2-yard carry, or the 1-yard carry, and the Wildcats take the lead.
Right, and Shaqy's just been able to give Rival, Jaden, and Kellen the ball all day. We haven't really necessarily had to resort to the pass game, even though I'm a guy who loves to see the ball in the air. I mean, it's great to see us up 14-7, though, so.
So 1-minute drive, Wildcats punching in. Adley Jerry out for the extra point. Smith with a hold. Kick is up. It's nice. Good. Yes, ma'am. Adley Jerry with another extra point. The Wildcats extend that lead to 14-7 here early in the second quarter. Again, the Wildcats getting it off that turnover right around the plus side of the 38. It was Rival Fields, Rival Fields, Rival Fields, and it was a touchdown as the Wildcats punch it in and really flexing that rushing prowess tonight.
Right, and let's just see if that touchdown right there is all the momentum we need to just run away with this game.
I totally agree with you. It's a great way. Let's get another stop. You know, the turnovers have kept Crescent in the game. Let's not give them any more help. Let's take it back.
Well, really, it was the turnovers in that wheel route for Smith Gordon. But if we just slow down and we play our style, I think we can get a huge blowout win here in Crescent.
All right, so with that, the Wildcats will go back out to kick it off right around the 40. It'll be a short hash it'll be, I guess, a long hash for us, short side for the Crescent, or for the Cashion Wildcats. It'll be Gavin Layton kicking off. Again, look to see another toe punch off the ground kick, most likely right around the 35, 30-yard line. The Crescent Tigers have all of their guys listed out there. We see number 1, Smith Gordon, as well as Isaiah Lovett. Layton with a toe punch slam. He hammers that one to the 25. Number 11 coming back through and falls down. That was Bryson Babb, the senior, 5'6", 140 running back. Turf Monster got him. And this that'll be it there for the kickoff return of a gain of probably about 6-7 yards.
Right, and if I saw Caleb and all them running after me, I'd probably slide down too. So,
yeah, as Chris Gibson would say, that was a business decision. So with 11:08 on the clock here in the second quarter from the 33, it's fourth possession here for the Tigers. It's going to be handoff to the big clubber. That's going to be Colby Watson, and he's met in the hole by by, looks like Ethan Waswo and Matthew Stockton. Looked like Waswo was looking for the chop block. And that'll be a gain of about a half a yard there for Watson, the junior, 6'4", 200. We're definitely going to see him on the basketball court. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
So second and long here. Good job there by the Wildcats. Got to keep them in long down and distance. Checking in will be number 12, Camden Cronister, the junior at wide receiver.
Ryan, he had a pick earlier off that Max Higdon drop, but we'll call it a pick, but really it was just a...
Two running back set here for Stover with Nate Carey and Watson, and we'll have a timeout. So with that, we'll take a timeout ourselves. Appreciate you guys joining us. We'll be right back here in about 30 seconds.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Cashion Wildcats TV second quarter action here, live from Crescent. So Wildcats up 14-7 here on the War on 74. It's the Crescent Tigers with their fourth possession. Second and long here with 10:22 on the clock. Stover double back set. In motion is Watson. And we're going to have a legal formation or a legal procedure or a legal shift, or not a shift, what was that? Legal formation. Or we got a penalty. That's what it comes down to. So that'll be a mark off of 5. So it'll be second and about 15 and a half here for Coach Geip. So again, give credit to Coach Geip. He's coming out with a lot of different formations, a lot of different looks, very multiple in what they're doing in terms of their running backs, their wide receivers. Wildcat, Stover in shotgun again. It's going to be Watson to the left of him. Trips right. He's going to look to his right. Great ball down the middle. Deep in the hands of 28. Right over the outstretched hands of number 14, Max Higdon. That was a really good ball by Stover. And he hits number 28, Nate Carey, on the deep post for a huge first down.
Right, and I'm just going to say what I'm pretty sure you and me are thinking. Cashion's Cashion's DB coverage today has been lackluster, to say the least.
It has, and I'm shocked that we didn't show a little pressure there against Stover. So first down and 10 on the Wildcats 40. Stover, loose ball. He's going to have to fall on it. Wise move there by the sophomore. Don't want to risk it, as Ethan Waswa was ready to pounce on that. And that's a loss of about close to about 5 or 6 here, as that brings it back to the 47-yard line. Yeah, actually loss of 6. So from the 47, it's going to be second and long here for the Tigers. Again, Wildcats, give credit to the offensive line of Crescent. You know, it was a 4-man rush. It was 5 versus 4. They did their job, gave Stover plenty of time. Stover's going to keep it. He's going to roll out to his right. No holding call. It's going to be in the flats. Big hit, Austin Compton with a huge TFL. That kid has got a motor.
Ryan, Austin Compton's like a missile. And if you just see him coming after you, you got to take a business decision to try to go down.
Great job. It was Nate Carey. Austin Compton, who kind of plays a hybrid safety, nickelback, linebacker for Coach Wood in the defense. Great read on that particular play and a great spot. Just a lot of athleticism. Absolutely love seeing that. So Wildcats with another negative play on defense after giving up that huge pass play. Now from the 49, 8:54 on the clock. Shotgun is Stover. He's got Watson next to him. Back to pass. Stover, 4-man rush. He's going to come back. Picked off. Oh, Grayson Davis in his hands. We can't say that he's a DB. He's a wide receiver. I think he had touchdown in his eyeballs and drops that one. And that'll be 4th down for the Tigers.
Right, but at least we get the ball right back. But I would have loved Grayson getting the pick right there.
You know Grayson was thinking it. He was thinking to the house. Oh, my goodness. He'll get ripping on that one, as that one, he allowed it to kind of hit his tummy there. But Back to punt is Stover, or actually it may be number 15. I apologize. Travis Wolf.
No, 6 is punt.
6, it is Stover. That one's going to be a nice roller. That's going to hang and take a huge crescent bounce, and that's going to stop right around the 4-yard line. So that's where getting an interception versus allowing a punt. And this is where, Coach Shack, I'm never going to second-guess Coach Shack. Guy's got more rings than I'll ever dream of. But the idea is that I wish we would put one of our athletic guys back there to take a chance and maybe try to catch it and do something with it. But plays it safe, plays the numbers, while trusting his offense. And it'll be Cashion Wildcat football right around the 4-yard line. So with 8:10 on the clock, Wildcats looking to extend this lead. 5th possession of the night. Rival Fields in the backfield in the end zone, standing in the end zone with Kellen Smith. He'll get the handoff right side. Huge lane, big hole, and that'll be a nice solid run there by Rival Fields for a first down.
Right, and that was just getting us out of that end zone area right there, and that was a great job from Rival Fields. I would have loved to see him take a 96-yard touchdown, but
I held my breath. I thought it might happen. Yeah, so I got a text from Chris Gibson. He's actually absolutely right. Keep running the ball until they try to stop it. Once they stack the box, throw over the top. And right now they're rolling everybody up. One safety deep is number 2. That's Isaiah Lovett. Keeper by Smith. He's got Caden Seeley out there pulling for him. Still got a lane. Got a chance down the sideline to the 40, back inside. He says, "Nah, I ain't going out of bounds. I want extra yardage." And Kellen Smith with a huge run.
Right, and great job from Caden Seeley as well, just blocking everybody inside right there. Give Kellen some more yards.
Kellen Smith with the wheels, with the jukes. Caden Seeley, an absolute monster, getting pulled from center, coming out, grabbing and grazing. And that's going to be a huge first down. So 2 big plays. Wildcats starting this drive from their own 4, now at the 47-yard line. Clock running, 7:37. Play clock at 13. Rival Field stays in. Double tight end set here for the Wildcats. Power left look. Rival Fields will keep it. He's going to cut back inside, breaks one tackle, slips, falls, still on his feet. I think Coach Geip was wanting that tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Give credit to Rival Fields. And I'm not taking a shot at Crescent. Hey, I'm not. But this field is not what I would call in good shape. It's dry. There's a lot of huge dirt patches. Not a lot of grass here tonight.
Right, and do you see that 50-yard line logo?
And
that
so,
is very small.
Well, hey, we won't mention the logo,
No,
but
we will.
I'm just saying the field is going to be a situation for both teams tonight, as it looks like it's in rough position. Handoff to Jaden Bolton to the 40. He cuts back into Tiger territory, and that's another Cashion Wildcat first down. And we have an injured Tiger. Actually, he's going to pop himself back up. A nice run there by Jaden Bolton. Clock running here, 6:46. Again, I'm not, just offering up. I know it's tough to keep grass green, but there's some tough spots out there. Wildcats and Tigers both will have to figure it out. Looks like we're going to have a holding call as Jaden Bolton will get tackled. Caleb Duran, who had 3 or 4 guys in the backfield, and that's going to be a tough call, it looks like, against the Wildcats. I believe their first penalty of the night.
Yeah, I think Crescent had a couple, but that's the first Cashion penalty, and it's 6 minutes into the second quarter, so we'll take it.
All right, so with the holding penalty, after some very positive yards, Wildcats starting on their own 4. Big run by Rival Fields to the left for about 12. Kellen Smith getting it near midfield, and then Jaden Bolton with another big run. Find themselves in first and double sticks, 1st and 20, right around the 45. Back to pass. Kellen Smith double move. He's got Max Higdon. Max, keep running your route, son. Max, a little bit of traffic there, double covered. He draws a lot of attention there as number 15, Travis Wolf. And it looks like number 1, that was Smith Gordon in coverage.
Right. Max just kind of I'm not going to take shots at Max, but Max just kind of stopped running the route there. It was a little awkward. Obviously, it was double coverage against one tall guy, but, you got to just kind of go up for it or maybe just get to the ball a little bit better.
And Kellen put it in a good spot. It would have been on his outside shoulder on the sideline. That's where you wanted to put the ball. Just maybe a little miscommunication or some traffic there for Max. In motion, Grayson Davis. He's going to roll back. Kellen Smith's got Max Higdon wide open, decides to hold on to it, and he'll wisely throw it out of bounds. That time he had Max running in the seam, needed to drop it in the bucket. Missed a huge opportunity there, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Right, and I understand what Kellen was thinking there. I mean, there's 2 guys right out there, and you want to play it safe, but you just got to sometimes, and I know we were talking about him forcing passes earlier, but you sometimes got to pass. You got to force it.
Yeah, I think that was a time he could have dropped it in there. I think he had a chance with Max streaking down the middle, down the hash. I'm surprised we didn't run the ball even with 1st and 20, but we might see that here with rival field. 6:11 on the clock, third down and 19 here in motion. Grayson Davis, he's going to fake the jet sweep. Kellen Smith with a huge left side opening, still on his feet to the 30, tripped up, still on his feet to the 20, rolling down the sideline. That's a huge run by Kellen Smith inside the 10-yard line of Crescent Tigers.
Right, and Kellen Smith is just using his speed, and by the time he was to that first down marker, he was still just going, and that was a great job from Kellen. And Crescent's going to have to find out a way to stop this run game from Cashion.
Yeah, absolutely monster block there on the left side. Give credit to Gavin Layton, Caleb Duran, and we have 101 yards already rushing for Kellen Smith on that last 40-yard tote. Kellen Smith will hand it off to rival fields. He's going to cut back inside. One move, two move, breaks a tackle. And he's just short of the end zone, right around the 1-yard line for rival field. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal, 5:42 here. This drive starting at 8 minutes. A big 3-minute drive here for the Wildcats. Rival to the right of Kellen. He'll get the handoff, left side, goes through, and touchdown. Cashion Wildcats as rival fields punches it in from 2 yards out. And the Wildcats extend their lead to 20-7.
Right, and we I don't even think, we did a couple pass plays right there, but minus that was just all running yet again, and we got a touchdown out of it.
Yeah,
So
exactly right. It was rival fields out of the end zone, and then it was Kellen Smith to midfield, Jaden Bolton with a run, a holding penalty. Then it was Kellen Smith on 3rd and 20 down inside the 10, and rival fields on back-to-back carries for the touchdown. Adley Jerry, the senior, out. Extra point is up. It's good. No good. And that'll be the first. Did that look bad? That looked good to me.
it was a little bit to the side right there.
Yeah, I think those officials may have missed that one. Yeah, that's exactly right. So great commentary regarding offensive line work or line work on extra points. It has been fantastic, given Adley a lot of opportunities. I know early on in the season, I even remember a game against Ringling where we had a couple of big guys for Ringling coming through to kind of get that to get some extra point pressure. But Wildcats miss on that. The score will say 20-7. But give credit to the Wildcats. They go 96 yards in 3 minutes. Again, it was a lot of rival fields and a lot of Kellen Smith on that last possession. Wildcats extend it. Don't need to throw the ball. Just keep it on the ground. Make it happen. And extend the lead 20-7.
Right, and as we've said, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And right now, it isn't broke for Cashion yet. We'll see if Crescent can maybe adjust, but...
All right, so Gavin Layton kicking off from the 40. Again, we'll expect another toe puncher off the grass. That one's going to be, it's going to be close to a chance for an onside kick recovery there by Grayson Davis and Austin Compton. But give credit to the Crescent Tiger, and that may have been number 1. Smith Gordon, the junior, falling on top of that one. He took a vicious hit there, it looked like, by Grayson Davis as they both were going for the ball. And so with that, it is the 5th possession of the first half. There is 5:25 on the clock here for the Crescent Tigers. The Crescent Tigers will get the ball to start the third quarter. So from the 38-yard line, Stover and the boys back on offense. Actually, it's going to be Watson who'll get the direct snap in the Wildcat. And he'll push forward to about the 40. It's always nice to have a spotter here in with us. Ethan Wasuo and Matthew Stockton, as well as Travis Loveholz on the tackle. So good work there by the D-line of the Cashion Wildcats. And give credit to Watson. Really didn't have much. Was able to push forward and get a healthy 3 yards there on that carry.
All right, and something we haven't really necessarily pointed out, this offensive line for Crescent is very young. So I think we need to just keep sending some pressure.
Speaking of pressure, Waswell on the outside. It's a screenplay. Great job, Waswell's length getting into Stover's face. Intended receiver was number 2, Isaiah Lovett, which looked like a kind of a screen or a play out in the flats. The Wildcats had it covered. It'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 7. So clock stops, 4 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock there on that incompletion. Great coverage there by the Cashion defense. Great job by Waswell on that edge. You talked about it. He's been wreaking havoc. He's injected himself already coming back from that injury, that knee injury from it was the second series of the game against Hennessy, maybe third.
Third, I believe.
Stover in shotgun, back to pass. Pressure Waswell, across the middle, in and out. Austin Compton, my man. Austin Compton sits back in the zone. Intended receiver was number 15. That was Travis Wolf from Stover. And Austin Compton would have had the easiest touchdown all night if he just catches that one.
Right, and I don't even know if Austin expected the ball to come right towards him, but...
Oh, Austin's going to be, he's going to have nightmares on that one. So with that, we actually do have Kellen Smith back as Stover, who's been a really good punter here for Crescent. He's going to bang another one. Kellen Smith's going to catch this one in the air at the 25, make one guy miss, get a block to the 35, cuts back inside, and we're going to have a block in the back. And that long 20-yard return by Kellen Smith will be negated with a penalty, but I like that better than letting it bounce all the way to the 10-yard line.
Right, but we would have liked the pick six over everything else. But.
What is that? Another pick six opportunity right before a punt, right on third down? It was last time. It was Grayson Davis, and now this is maybe third time's a charm on the next series for the Wildcats. So after the punt, again, give credit to the Cashion defense. They do give up that 48-yard touchdown throw, but it's been punt, fumble, punt for the Crescent offense. Wildcats will go back out now for their sixth possession of the game with 4:28 on the clock. This time it'll go from the 33 after the walk-off. Looks like it's Rival Fields back in the backfield. He's been back-to-back on touchdowns for the Wildcats. Kellen Smith in shotgun, trips up top. He'll roll to his left. He's got an open man, Max Higdon. And Max Higdon, wide open, great route. It would have been enough for the first down, just in and out of his hands.
Right, and I don't know if it's maybe just a Crescent air or something, but Max is going to have to figure out how to just get the ball again.
Maybe we need to go get him a Snicker and a Gatorade. Maybe that'll do it. But, again, great routes by Max. I mean, fantastic routes. All of these are great. That one just in and out. Certainly a standpoint, we wish to have that one back. So second and long, clock stops, 4:22. Kellen Smith back to pass again. He's got plenty of time. Screenplay to Rival Fields. He's got a convoy to midfield. Needs one more block. Max, get out there and get that guy. To the 30, still on his feet. Rival's got a chance. 10-5. Touchdown, Rival Fields. He goes 57 yards on the screenplay, and he's got his third touchdown of the night.
Right, and as a relative to Rival Fields, he's making the family proud tonight with this game.
Wow, so great execution, great work. I mean, Kellen Smith, fantastic work there, staying in the pocket, allowing it to develop. Nice ball, drops it in. Rival Fields following his blockers, made a couple guys miss, breaks a tackle, and takes it to the house. Adley Jerry with another extra point. Let's see if she can redeem herself. Does she do it? She does. Adley Jerry 3 for 4 on extra points on the day, and the Wildcats extend that lead 27-7.
Ryan, let's see if Cashion can continue this momentum and go down and get another stop, maybe get another touchdown right before half.
Well, hey, listen, partner, you said 42-0. We're close to that here. We're on pace for that now. If we don't give up those 2 interceptions, you might still be close to getting 42 at halftime here. But Wildcats just need to take care of business. Defense has done them right. Outside of one bust on a great wheel route there by the Crescent Tigers, Wildcats on defense have been really good, have had a chance on a couple of pick six opportunities. Wildcats' run game has been fantastic, and, using the pressure against Crescent against them, a great screen pass. Again, that one going 57 yards, actually 67 yards. I apologize. Actually, no, that was 57 yards. It was 67. Yes, it was 67 yards. Thank you. My University of Oklahoma math is failing me again. 2 degrees from OU, too, Lane. I got 2 degrees from there. Yeah. Masters of Science really not helping me out. But with that, looks like we've got a new kicker.
Yeah, Brody Nichols is back in.
Brody Nichols! Back. He was had a little bit of a hip injury, groin injury. He's back at it. Love seeing Brody back in there. Brody he'll be kicking off of a tee, but same type of strategy. This time it'll be a high hanger Let's see if Wildcat kickoff team can maybe get this. And it's going to be a pooch up top. Grayson Davis with the catch. Leaps over a guy. Oh, my God. Grayson Davis. He's going to get a penalty for jumping over a guy. But I don't care. As a phenomenal pooch kick there by Brody Nichols. And that should be Cashion Wildcat football right around the 45-yard line.
Right, if you watch the Hooker game, you would see that Grayson dived into the end zone. He's not scared to put his body on the line to get these balls and to get a touchdown. And obviously, I'm impressed. I mean, I'm stunned right there.
Brody Nichols. I mean, give him credit. That was a phenomenal kick. Now, in high school football in Oklahoma, you cannot hurdle players, and that's exactly what Grayson Davis did. So in that situation, it's a safety call there. And again, it's if the kid is jumping low at your ankles, you can jump over him. But Grayson jumps over a standing defender. It'll still be Cashion football, most likely. It should be. But with the mark-off, it will be Cashion ball. Actually,
no, it'll be.
Is it Crescent ball?
Yeah, Cashion will be on defense.
Oh, I guess they say he didn't catch it within the 10-yard line. I thought it was well ahead of that. He caught it at the 49. We'll have to go back to instant replay on that one, brother. Maybe someone at home can take a look. So with the mark-off, with that illegal touch, I'm not sure why. I guess we touched at the 50, then they get 10 yards from basically in that spot. To me, the math doesn't make sense, but I guess from the 38-yard line, back to pass to Stover, pressure, no holding call, breaking on the ball is Caleb Duran, almost had a chance. Give credit to Ethan Waswo and Timmy Jones on the pressure. Stover had no time there to set his feet and make a pass.
Right, and one of these passes from Stover will soon be intercepted if he keeps passing like how he has. So that's a good thing for Cashion, but we just got to catch it and, try to take it back to the house if we can.
So based on where the ball is on the 38, the officials say that Grayson Davis caught it on the 48, which he did not. He caught it, if not at the 50, past the 50. So tough call there, as I thought that was a well-executed onside kick. Nonetheless, it will be Crescent football, 3:50 on the clock, and we're going to have a timeout. Maybe we can get some instant replay or someone to go back and look and tell me, I've been wrong before one time. When it comes to matters of the heart and family, I'm wrong all the time. But when it comes to football, I'm rarely wrong. Let's see. Let's see if maybe Chris can go back and take a look. But from a standpoint, I'm telling you, I'm watching where that one dropped, and I don't believe it was the 48. But again, I love seeing that. That's going to be on film for future Wildcat players and our teams. They're going to have to take a look at that. And Brody Nichols coming in doing a great job. That was fantastic. We got a score update from Hooker Fairview in District A1.
Yeah, Hooker is beating Fairview 7-12.
Okay.
So it's probably a very defensive game today.
Yeah,
from both
so
teams.
definitely a game of the week again. The Hooker Bulldogs taking on the Wildcats last week. It was a battle of number 2 versus number 6. Now it's a battle of number 1 versus number 2. Fairview, the two-time defending state title or winners, they're on the ropes. And it looks like Sayre's up 14-13 on Watonga. Yeah, so that's going to be a tight battle there.
And as we said we're not going to try to talk about Watonga too long, but they're definitely better than what their record says.
Yeah, absolutely. 3:50 on the clock, 2nd and 10. Stover rolling out. Ethan Waswo pressuring, still on his big hit. Is that Timmy Jones? It is. It's the tank, Timmy Jones, with a huge TFL. Stover's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Right, Stover's kind of lucky that Timmy hit him because Ethan was coming right from behind and knocked him.
Ethan Waswo has been an absolute menace, breaking things up here. It's been a nightmare for Stover. He gets flushed out, the sophomore doing the best he can, and it was the senior Timmy Jones fitting the gap there. So with 3:14 on the clock, it's 3rd down and long, double sticks here for Stover. Passing situation, back to pass. Matthew Stockton with the pressures, going deep. Hank Brown in possession. Oh, that is a tough call. Hank Brown turns around, knocks the ball down. He has every right to face guard and also make a play in the ball. Very small contact there. And the line judge is absolutely on the Crescent side of the field, is going to bail out the Tigers here. It will not be an automatic first down. They will step off the 14 or the 15 yards, but with it being 3rd and 14, it will be enough for a first down. That's just a bad call. I'm just going to put it
Right.
out there. That's a tough call. Hank Brown in good coverage, running stride for him, is contact, looks back, puts his hand out to make a play on the ball, and then is called for pass interference.
Right, and Hank's doing that just so they won't call him for pass interference, and somehow they still call it. So, he's watching the guy, and I didn't see near enough contact for a PI right there.
So a couple of tough calls, not going the Cashion Wildcats' way here, up 27-7.
Oh, it'll be fourth down.
So it is not enough. So on the scoreboard, it was 3rd and 14. So maybe it wasn't. So it's going to be short. So they may measure, I don't know, but the chain crew and the sticks over there have it 4th down. Let's see if the white hat, they're going to come out and measure it. Let's see if they can figure out how a way to get this squared away. So, again, I thought Hank did a great job on that coverage, unless I missed contact before.
I
had to
didn't see
peek
him.
around the window to take a look, but I didn't see any contact before that he grabbed him. And so he has every right. Here in high school football in Oklahoma, you can face guard. You don't have to look back to the ball. And that's unfortunate there for Hank that he gets that call. So with that mark off of 15 yards, it's enough to help the Crescent offense. Their second biggest play of the night outside of the 48-yard pass that was a touchdown. That 15-yard penalty gives the Tigers a first down, and with 3:04 on the clock, it'll be right around the 33-yard line. Single back set is Watson, the big kid. He's going to be lead block for Stover. He's going to follow his blocker. He's going to get a couple yards as Ethan Waswa is trying to rip that ball out.
Right, and that's the right idea from Cashion. You want to rip the ball out of Stover. Stover's not really protecting the ball well enough. Neither is really any of Crescent. So you really just want to rip it out, if anything. And that was a great job from Ethan trying to get it out.
Yeah, it looked like he had Juan Melendez here. Juan Melendez was close there on the tackle. And so with running clock, 2:37, again, the Crescent Tigers will get the ball. Coach Gipe is doing what he needs to do here. I totally agree. It's to work the clock as much as he possibly can and maybe take a couple shots here, not allowing the Wildcats another possession. Watson to the right of Stover. He's going to get the ball, and he's not going to get anything as Caleb Duran absolutely matches that with Austin Compton, and another tackle for loss for the Wildcat defense.
Right, and if anything, Crescent just set was that Stover who took it, or was that Watson?
That was Watson, yeah.
They just set Watson up for failure right there because Caleb was just going to come in and hit him anyways.
So clock running, 1:57, 1:55. Wildcats up 20. It's going to be third down and 8. Wildcats defense working behind the spirited play of Austin Compton, Caleb Duran, Timmy Jones, and Ethan Waswo. Two receivers up top, two back set here for Stover. Max protect. Wildcats showing blitz. Back out of it. Travis Loveholes in pressure. Drops it. It is taken this time. Max Higdon. He's got a chance. Take it to the house, senior. Wildcats get the pick six. Third time's a charm. Put 6 on the board.
Right, and I take back everything I said about Max earlier. He didn't drop that, so he clearly doesn't drop it when it matters.
Max Higdon, an absolute missile getting shot out of a cannon with the pick six. He goes 70 to the house. No one was going to touch him. He had a convoy. He says, Mr. Nabavi, I got this one. Adley Jerry out for the extra point, and what was already a tough sled here for the Crescent Tigers has turned into an avalanche. Wildcat special teams line will set up. Snap, hold, kick is up. Will it get there? Come on! Just short. Adley kind of short kicked that one. She kind of stubbed that one a little bit. That one falls short. She misses out on that one. But, hey, man, listen, we said the first one was Grayson Davis. The second one, Austin Compton. I said a third one was going to be a charm. It was Max Higdon. Hey, you know what? Give credit to the Cashion defensive line. Travis Loveholz off that end, the senior with a lot of great pressure. He's been fantastic all season. He's able to get that one to get out of the hand of Stover in a hurry, and it was Max Higdon to the house for the score.
Right, and I do take back everything I said about Max. He just got an excellent play right there, and we're going to see if Max can come out on offense and do that again.
So I have a Chris Gibson sighting. Chris Gibson, thank you, sir. Chris Gibson goes back, and you know what I tell you, I'm not wrong when it comes to football. put another check mark next to Mr. Nabavi, as he states it was caught on the Crescent 48. So maybe we'll just say the officials maybe got it backwards. Maybe they were confused on what 48-yard line it was. It was the 48 on the side of Crescent, which should have been a ball for Wildcats, though, on the onside. And I feel bad because Brody hit a phenomenal pooch kick there. I mean, it was amazing. Got to give that kid credit. You're basically robbing him of an opportunity. Grayson Davis with a great run and catch. So
let's see if it happens again.
Thank you, Chris Gibson, on confirming me, because, again, I'm not right all the time. Another pooch punt. Grayson Davis got a chance. It is caught. Give credit to Crescent Tigers. Was that number 2, Isaiah Lovett?
No, that was number 11.
That was number 11. Give credit to number 11.
Bryson Babb.
Bryson Babb. We've mentioned his name coming up to get that grab. And this time, and again, the same kick caught at the 46-yard line of the Crescent Tigers. So, again, physics on the side of Mr. Nabavi here on this situation where, again, coming back through. That's the exact same kick, landed the exact same spot. It was caught at the 46 this time. All right, so with that, it'll be Crescent Tiger football. This one is their 7th possession of the first half, 1:19 on the clock after giving up that 70-yard pick six play to Max Higdon. Back to pass to Stover. No holding call. He's going to let this one go. Kellen Smith gets lost in coverage. It's going to be caught by number 12. That is a big no-no. Camden Cronister, the junior. And I got to give credit to Stover with the catch there. So with 1 minute and 8 seconds on the clock, that's a big conversion down to the 14-yard line.
Right, and Kellen just couldn't choose whether he wanted to go watch his man or go watch the ball. And Kellen, I'm just going to say it, that point where it's right there, maybe just go watch the ball, go get the pick, or just go watch your man. I mean, neither option would have been a terrible idea, and obviously he picked the worst out of all three.
So 1st down and 10, back to pass pressure, big hit. It will be caught. That's unfortunate for the Crescent Tigers as they're going to have to burn a timeout. And they do, as that is caught there by number 28. Give credit to Nate Carey, and that was Caleb Duran, who absolutely throws the hammer on Stover. Drops him. He gets up slowly. Clock should be running. It does. Coach Geip will not use a timeout here. So he's got 2 left, I believe, if that's what's on the scoreboard. Thank you, Jackson. So 2nd and 7 from the 11 or 12-yard line. Watson in the backfield with Stover. Passing situation, pressure from the outside and outplayed. It's caught and dropped. Footsteps were heard there. Number 12, the intended receiver. That was Camden Cronister, the junior. He drops that one. That does stop the clock with 32, and that brings up 3rd down. I'm not sure they can kick a field goal. This is definitely, I don't think Coach Geip wants to. No. This is definitely 4-down territory here for the Crescent Tigers. So Wildcats need to continue to dial up the pressure and see where they can get going. So with 32.3 on the clock stops here from the 12. 3rd and 7 here for Stover. Back to pass, rolling to his right, pressures, little screen back, and no one's there. Well-designed play. It looked like it was tackle eligible, number 75. That was Cash Ruggs. I guess it was tackle eligible. He had to have checked in and let them know. I didn't see that happen with the referee, but he must have, as there would have been I guess if he would have touched it, it would have been an illegal touch. Since he didn't, I guess no flag. So with that incompletion, it brings up 4th down and 7. 26.9 seconds on the clock. Wildcats get a stop, have a chance to get another score?
Well, if we do get the stop, which is possible, I think we just launch up to max, maybe see what happens.
All right, go for blood. Wildcats with a wide 4 split. Bear front actually coming up. Blitz on. Ethan Wasp on the face. Is it picked off? Oh, it's caught. Oh, my goodness. It was in the hands of Max Higdon, stripped out by number 28, Nate Carey. Give him credit. Nate Carey with the 12-yard touchdown. And that will send the Tigers with a little bit of smile going into halftime. So great pressure by Ethan Waswo. Stover showing a lot of guts tonight. I tell you what, I've been really impressed with the kid. Finds Nate Carey in between Austin Compton and Max Higdon. Both those guys I thought had a chance. Going for 2 will be the Tigers. Stover will go back to pass, looking to his left. In and out of the hands of Carey again. He was open. And that one will fall into the high weeds in the north end zone. And so with that, Again, where the Wildcats, unable to get the onside kick. Starts at the 46. A big pass play, getting it all the way down near the 12-yard line. The Crescent Tigers on 4th down were able to get the touchdown.
Right, and the Cashion right here. Let's see. What do we have to work with? 19 seconds? I know a Neil is probably like the smartest option, but we're Cashion. So I think we launch it up, maybe see what we can do. Hey, if we get anywhere near the field goal range for Adderley Jerry, maybe we can try a field
I
goal.
would love a field goal. I would love to see a field goal. I'm with you, Jackson.
But they're coming down right now, so I'm assuming we're just going to knee it right here.
Yeah, so with that, Crescent Tigers will be kicking off. Give credit to Stover. He took hit after hit, was getting beat up and pressured. It's got to hit the ground. Okay, so I was right but wrong. I was right that he caught it. I was wrong on the rule. I need to get certified in football. So you can't. So that's correct. That's right. And I'm if my brother-in-law David was not working and officiating a game tonight, he probably would have texted me and let me know. That's exactly right. You cannot catch it out of the air. That's exactly right. So with that, it'll be a toe punch. Slade Williams in and out of his hands. Looks like Max Higdon will get that one. He's got a small lane if he keeps his feet, and he'll go down right around the 35. So with 14.7 seconds. The Wildcats will have the ball. And you say take a shot?
Oh, well, 14 seconds? Yeah.
You could take a shot. You could get to midfield.
This is the Crescent game. Go for it.
Yeah, so there we go. That's right. It is the Crescent game. Go for it. So with that, the Wildcats, with 14.7, theoretically have potentially 3 plays if they're short plays.
We do have 2 timeouts to work with here. So
we do. Good call there. In motion, Grayson Davis. Kellen Smith will keep it. He's going to go left side. He's going to look for a block from Max Higdon. He does get it. Goes out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 8.8. So he takes 6 seconds off the clock. Gets it to about the 45-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. If we do that one more time, we potentially get to the 50 and will give us maybe 2 seconds on the clock.
For a late field goal.
Rival Fields in to the left of Kellen Smith. Let's see if we see that same play again. It'll be Rival with the keeper. He's got a lane. He's got to try to get the outside. We'll cut in. We're going to get a holding call, an insequential holding call. So Kellen Smith will be dropped at the 50. The clock goes to 3.7. We'll have holding. Let's see if Coach Geip takes it. If I'm Coach Geip, I am declining this. Let's see what he's actually going to take it. So,
yeah, I think we're just gonna knee it here.
yeah, all right. I'm with you, Jackson. So that'll push it back to the 35. That'll stay second down. Again, down's not mattering here. Again, with only 3.7, so definitely take the yards. Great, good call there by Coach Geip. And Wildcats in essence victory formation here right at the half. With Max Higdon deep. We'll have the snap, and we'll have a fake snap, which will be a false start or a legal procedure by the center. If Caden Seeley moves his hand but doesn't snap it, that'll be a penalty against the Wildcats. And so we'll mark off another 5. And let's see if we can just get the ball snapped and take a knee here. So we were doing well with penalties, brother. Got 2 here late. We had the pass interference, so I think that might be 4 penalties for the Wildcats here in the first half. But there with Kellen Smith, we'll take a knee. And that will be the end of the first half of action as your Cashion Wildcats up big, 33-13. A lot of fireworks tonight on both sides. Wildcats will go to the halftime locker room. It'll be the Crescent Tigers who'll be receiving. We appreciate you guys joining us here on War on 74 edition here, 2024. We're going to go to commercial. We'll have lessons with Lane here in a second, and we'll be right back. Hang tight. Cashion Wildcats TV.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit MagnoliaEstatesOK.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at CashionFBC.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit MagnoliaEstatesOK.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at CashionFBC.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
All right, welcome back, Cashion Wildcat TV fans. We're here at halftime in the press box at Crescent. This is a nice press box.
Oh, yeah, it's very nice.
It's nice. We were just talking about the very nice video board and everything that goes into place into providing support for football in small school, high school, and talking about how some of the towns around us, that don't have football, they get to pour all their resources into other facilities and things like that. But it is what it is. You guys.
There's about probably 60 little girl cheerleaders out on the field for Crescent. Crescent and Cashion, they've had a big rivalry in the cheerleading deal.
They have.
Crescent's won a couple state championships. Cashion's, of course, dominated their face. Yeah. I think we've got 3 or 4 maybe.
We won 2 last year, and those are the first 2 in school history. So big shout out to Amber and Casey. And then they won another one this year. They're back-to-back. So they were academic state champions twice last year and state champions for cheer, competitive cheer, and game day. And then we won competitive cheer this year, no academic state championship. And then they're getting ready to go to
this is cheer. I talk all the time about small town football, but it's, again, small town football, little cheerleaders on the field. We got a full moon out that everybody can see. My son-in-law just texted me and said he shot a deer.
Okay.
So he's trying to find it. So that's small town stuff right there.
Now, is it rifle? Is it muzzle?
It's
or no, not muzzle.
Archery.
Archery. That's right.
Yeah. Crescent. We played Crescent. I think we played him in 08 or 09, one of the two. It was our first year, and Crescent would walk from their gym, which is like 2 blocks away to the field, because that's where they had their field house, and it was really, really cool atmosphere that the whole team would walk all the way through. But typical Crescent stuff, they had a souped up car that wasn't it was a Capri. It's like a 1984 Capri. It wasn't old enough to be a classic and not new enough to be cool. It was just kind of hit backfired, and they revved their engine. They came out on the field, but they had a really cool way they come down from the gym to the football field. But now they have the field house next door, so they run out from the field house.
Yeah. Well, Wildcats up here at 33-13. I don't think anyone's surprised. I mean, the Wildcats have dominated. They've had, outside of those 2 interceptions, basically 3 plays have accounted for 13 points here for the Crescent Tigers. And, it's a younger team, but it's not a young team. It's a younger team because they don't have 10 seniors starting on both sides of the ball, right? Mm-hmm. So, what stood out to you from your standpoint?
Well, one of the things, Tucker Stover, his dad grew up in Cashion, played basketball at Cashion, was a heck of a ball player, great big dude. Now you can see him now. I think he weighs 340 or 350. He is a huge guy. He's about 6'5", but his son, everybody at Cashion call him Bromo. And so I call his son Little Bromo. I've been begging him to come to Cashion ever since he was 3 years old, and he's rejected it every time now. So I think he's probably a Crescent guy for life. But we're just playing our same basic defense. We're just, if you look at their kids are not very big, and our line is just so much better than theirs that we've dominated.
Yep. Big, huge holes.
Right. The game changer, I would have, injuries happen, but I sure would have loved to see Ethan Waswo, see what we would have looked like against Velma with Ethan Waswo. We would have beat Velma if Ethan would have been around. He is
at quarterback and on defense.
On defense, he's unblockable on defense, and you can see that against the Hennessy game too. He's a great quarterback, but he is a difference maker as a defensive end, and you could see that at that Hennessy game. He was unblockable at Hennessy, and the same thing today. He just dominated them kids, and like you said, the very first of the game, he is such a large kid. He just pops out when you walk out on the field. You can immediately know who he is.
Absolutely, and he did, and it was to the point where Coach Gipe and the staff, they were having to double and in some cases triple team Waswo, in certain situations, which was freeing up a lot of opportunities for the Wildcats.
Frees up so many people.
Yeah, no, it definitely great motor, and certainly have seen that for a long time. Wildcats right now 343 total yards to 153. I think 153 of those yards for Crescent. I think we had
3 plays, probably.
A 48-yarder, a 55-yarder, and another 40-yarder, right?
Yeah.
So 3 plays. Wildcats, 238 yards of that 343 on the ground. It's been Kellen Smith with 112 yards on just basic zone keep. It's a basic play following his blockers. Caden Seeley, left or right.
It just comes naturally for him too.
It
just flows. We've had some kids. These sophomores keep on stepping up. Slade Williams is a kid that has stepped up a lot the last 3 or 4 ball games. And so we're going to have that sophomore class is going to be. We're going to be really good for the next 2 or 3 years.
Love it. Rival Field, speaking of sophomores, 13 carries for 90 yards. He's almost been a first down, in essence, every time he touches the ball. He's got 2 touchdowns, 6.9 yards rushing per carry. Again, Kellen with almost 20 yards per carry. And then Jaden Bolton finally got his first touchdown. He's right around 36 yards, 9 yards per rush. Through the air, Rivals caught that huge screen play. It was a 67-yarder. That kind of helps the 105 yards. Kellen, from a throwing perspective, 4 for 10, not one of his better nights, but does complete the screen there. Gets King Underwood on his first catch of the season,
like to see that.
23-yarder, and then Grayson Davis, he's got a 1 catch for 10 yards on a
Rival Fields, his dad keeps the scoreboard now. He keeps the clock at home games, and he's always up there bragging about how he's the best punter that ever come through Cashion. So we gave him a hard time. Yeah, he's a very, very good punter.
Wait. Is that something that you brag about? I didn't know that.
No, yeah. He brags about it, yeah. And he was a very good punter in high school, a heck of a ball player. He's 5'8" and played center. He could really play.
Well, certainly love seeing that here tonight. Again, Rival has been fantastic. The O-line has been amazing. Defense has been good. Again, a couple of 2 or 3, key mistakes. They were able to get a fumble recovery, caused the fumble, a couple of punts there for Crescent. In terms of keys for the second half, for the offensive side,
we just keep doing what we've been doing, running the ball. Let Rival Fields take over this game. Our line, if you'll look at the second half, our line has just dominated. We're moving kids out of the way. We're creating great big holes. I could have rushed for 50 yards tonight in the first half, but we're just going to keep on running that ball, eat up clock, and get out of here kind of being healthy. We were talking about this. I've told this story before, but we were talking, Ken Reasoner and I was talking about, we played them probably in 2013. We played them. Crescent was pretty good. We were good. We're up in the very top of the press box. Bruce Temple is up there filming. He was our age. Evan Bird is in high school. He's up there. Me and Ken are up there. And Bruce Temple gets into it with a fan down in the fans, 3 or 4 fans, yelling at each other. It's pretty tense. We're down by a score, I think, by 5 or 6 points with 50 seconds left, and Ken's son throws a pass into the end zone. Nate Lee catches it at the back of the end zone. We go crazy. Ken starts jumping up and down on top of the roof because he's so excited. He's jumping around like a monkey. booth, the athletic director climbs up there and he's like, if you guys don't stop it, I'm throwing you guys completely out of the game. We calmed down a little bit. We won the game. Evan Bird is scared out of his mind. Evan Bird knew he was going to get jumped. Evan was like, can you guys walk with me down on the field? I'm like, yeah, we'll walk with you. So we basically went arm in arm all the way down to through the field. But it was a heck of a game. We've had some pretty good games here the last
we have
15 years.
We're just talking about that. There's a lot of memorable games. I think the 82-0 game. I think that one sticks out where we put and we could have made that score a lot worse. Yeah.
They threw the ball every play.
Yeah.
Instead of just run the clock, we'd have wanted to run a clock, but they kept on throwing the ball. We intercepted the pass and was going to run into the end zone, and Coach Shack told him to fall down. He fell down on about the 35, so it could have been 90-0.
Yeah. And I for me, my fond memory of a game is actually here was 2019. That was our first year to broadcast. I was up here by myself, and it was an absolute destruction that year. Again, that was the year the Wildcats went to the state championship game, did not finish it against Ringling, but had a lot of fireworks here. And in fact, I remember Alex even returning a punt for a touchdown here, breaking about 27 tackles. So a lot of memories in this game. So with that in mind, 33-13, I don't know if we're going to have a running clock or not, but does Shaq take the foot off the gas?
I don't think so. I think you keep running the ball, and you run the ball until they give up, until they yell calf rope, until they send their subs in, and then we'll kind of
send out them.
Yeah.
Okay. Defensively, kind of surprised on the bus, or is that you just give credit to Crescent?
Well, just give a little bit of credit to Crescent. That Stover kid is a good ball player. Throws a great pass. I mean, that 30-yarder he threw down on the 35, middle part of the first quarter was a great ball. It was in coverage.
Yeah.
So he's a pretty good ball player, but we're in control unless we get an epidemic and start throwing up on the sidelines. We should win this game.
All right. That's my man, Lane Broadbent, Lessons with Lane, every weekend or every Friday or Thursday night that we have a game that isn't done by the Squirtle guys. As long as we're doing it, Lane, we're blessed to have you.
One last thing. I don't know if everyone realizes how lucky Cashion has been. Since we've been in 11 man, we have been elite. We've had 1 or 2 years where we weren't great. We've been elite for 13 out of the 15 years. Yeah. And so you look at the Drum Rights of the world and the Yales and the other teams we play, even though we're Tonkas. O'Keene hasn't been good for a while. But, you look at all them teams, and they haven't made the playoffs in 20 years. Yeah. So we're just pretty fortunate to have the coaching staff we have, the players we have, and we're going to be pretty good here the next 2 or 3 years.
Totally agree. All right, that's Lessons with Lane. You guys hang tight. We're going to go to commercial. Looks like we've got about 4 minutes. We're going to put another 3 minutes. And we did get a ruling. I did get a ruling from Chris Gibson on the onside. So
let me guess, you're right.
No.
Okay.
In my world, I'm always right. In Oklahoma high school football, which follows the NFSH rules, it has to travel at least 10 yards, which it did. It has to be touched by so it can be caught out of the air.
But it has to be touched by
somebody else. But it has to be touched by, and the rule, the spirit of it is that it gives the receiving team a fair chance to field the ball. So what I don't understand is that if you kick it, I have to go back. If it goes 15 yards and they all just stand around it and don't touch it, then what happens there?
I don't know.
See?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But, it hit the ground.
It says it has to travel 10, and it has to have been touched by a player of the receiving team.
Yeah, if it touches the ground, then it's if it touches the ground after 10 yards, it's anybody's game.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it there. We've got a Riley Broadbent. Hey, listen, if you're not following Cashion Wildcats TV on Facebook, you need to. And if you do, make sure you're also following Cashion Wildcat Football. We've got Riley Broadbent. She's doing a phenomenal job with photos this year for the school. She did a great job with softball. She's now transitioning to basketball. I'm going to grab her and make sure that she's at the gym for basketball, or from softball to football to basketball. So we want to say thank you to Riley. She's doing a great job And she's just a wonderful alum as well. I mean, I don't know of anyone nicer than Riley Broadbent. I'm not sure how she came out of that whole crew all sweet and nice and not sassy. But we appreciate you guys joining us. We're going to hang tight here. Hang tight for us for about 2 more minutes. We're going to go commercial. Be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
So you want to create your future. Discover a
That played
path.
the 75. All right, welcome back, Cashion Wildcat fans here on Cashion Wildcats. We appreciate you joining us live here from Crescent, Oklahoma at Crescent Field. Wildcats kicking off here to start the third quarter. That will go out of bounds. The Wildcats have go back to the toe punch situation, but we appreciate you guys joining us here as the Wildcats up 33-13. Big shout out again to Lessons with Lane, and a big shout out to Jason Mackey, the principal here at Crescent, giving us the spot here in the press box, giving us some great internet. Certainly grateful. You know, we talked about the rivalry on the field is tough, but outside it's not so bad. But we appreciate the administration here at Crescent for taking care of us, and we appreciate you guys joining us. Jackson Drake has joined us. Maddox Gibson back on the camera. Wildcats on defense here to start the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. It's again we heap praises on Tucker Stover. Tough kid, made some good balls. Ethan Wass with the pressure. Here comes the pressure. And from the outside inside, it was Austin Compton bringing Stover, and it was Matthew Stockton, the big donut king, the senior, coming through with another tackle for loss.
Right, and in the halftime speech, I bet you Shaq or T. Wood or anyone just said, all right, we kind of just didn't play as hard as we can. I want you to go out there and play as hard as you can. Just pile it on them. So.
All right, so with another tackle for loss and a clarification on the onside kick, I think we're squared away. 4-man front here. Bear front blitz is on. Deep ball by Stover. He's got a guy wide open. Kellen Smith climbs the ladder with the interception. He's got a lane to the 15 and bumped out of bounds. A great job. Kellen Smith gave up a huge pass. Says, no, sir, this time the ball hawker sophomore comes through with a big interception.
Right, and we were kind of bashing him about earlier, just allowing that catch. And Kellen must have heard us, and he climbed up there, and he was able to get the pick.
Well, it was good coverage. First of all, he was in the space, and then, obviously using his athleticism, was able to go up there. Great grab there by Kellen. So with that return, all the way down to it looks like the 14-yard line, so plus side for the Cashion Wildcats. A great start here to the third quarter. Kellen Smith, single back set. Looks like Jaden Bolton is kind of curled up. He'll come back and replace him to the side now of Kellen Smith. It's Max Higdon to the left. Grayson Davis to the right. 2 tight end set. Kellen Smith, Jaden Bolton. Handoff gets to the outside. Nowhere to go. Good job there by number 6, Stover, on the blitz by the Crescent Tigers. And that'll be a tackle for loss. And I'll bring up 2nd down and long. So 2-yard loss there for the Cashion Wildcats on 1st down. Rival Fields will come in. So the Wildcats having their way running the ball on the left side behind Juan Melendez, Timmy Jones, and the pulling Caden Silly. Give credit to Coach Gipe and the staff there for the Tigers on that first down play, making an adjustment. Three down linemen, 9 in the box. Rival Fields just tripped up, had a chance, had a convoy. And looks like he's going to get it right back to the original line of scrimmage. He takes a helmet to the thigh. That's a tough one right there. Man, oh man, looks like he's limping a little bit. He's going to ask to come off. Let's see if Jaden Bolton's already replaced him. And I'll bring 3rd down and 10 here. Running clock, 10:17 on the play clock, on the game clock, 18 on the play clock. Bunch formation. Kella Smith will keep it. He'll go to the outside, makes one guy miss, and cannot break the 2nd and 3rd tackle. Give credit to number 15, Travis Wolf, the sophomore. We've called this name a few times. He comes in with the tackle from the safety position. And it'll be 4th down. No field goal. So Wildcats will bring in Slade Williams at tight end. He'll join Gavin Layton. So 12 personnel as 2 tight ends. 1 running back is Jaden Bolton. Twins up top. Grayson Davis in the slot. Max Higdon outside. Kellen Smith back to pass. He's going to look to Davis on the out. It's caught. Curls back in. Touchdown. Great route. Great run. Nice job there by the sophomore. And Grayson Davis with a 12-yard catch and touchdown for the Wildcats.
Right, and Grayson didn't oversimplify anything right there. He just caught it, and he was able to just hit a nice little move right into the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm not sure if there's 900 names for that particular route, but what I call that is a cash and touchdown. So Grayson Davis, and great job by Kellen Smith. Patient, didn't step off his back foot, steps into the throw. Great job by Davis. Extra point is up. It's long enough, and it's straight, and it's good. So Adley Jerry with another extra point. She's 4 for 6 on the night. Is that right? 4 for 6, and the Wildcats extend that lead quickly, 40-13.
Right, and we might see Cashion break their season high score in points today.
What did we have earlier in the season against?
42.
42, that's right. So Wildcats on a 3-play drive. That one started at their own 14 after the interception return by Kellen Smith. Wildcats go loss of 2, come back in, get it back to the sticks with rival Fields, and then it was a great ball delivery from Kellen Smith to Grayson Davis for the 12-yard pitch and catch. The Wildcats go up 40-13. All right, so another kickoff for Brody Nichols. What do we expect here, Jackson?
I'm expecting what we've seen all day, but he's got to try to hit the ground on this one. So
my man Chris Gibson says 9 in the box, Neem. It's time to throw. You're exactly right. You and Shaq can go hang out together at the well, I wouldn't say the Cashion bar. That's kind of stinky there, but maybe Wildcat Nutrition or what's the coffee shop? I love going to the coffee shop.
Small Town
Revival. Absolutely love what happens there. Nichols with a high hanger, fair catch signaled, and that one will be caught right around the 37, 38-yard line. That one by number 2, Isaiah Lovett, and it'll be 1st down and 10 here. Second possession for the Crescent Tigers. Early third quarter, 9:24.
Right, and Isaiah Lovett right there made the business decision. He's not trying to take any more hits that he doesn't have to. So
no, I agree with you. Now, and that's the right call, and that's what that particular special teams play does, right? It takes the long return. You don't have to kick it out of bounds, but you're going to make the other team fair catch it, no return. Hey, we'll take it on defense and give it to you at the 38, 39-yard line. So at the 38.5. It's Crescent ball, second possession of the second half. They're 9th overall, 9:24 on the clock, single set. Stover back to pass, pressure on. Travis Wolfholz chasing him down, doesn't get him. Melendez will chase him into dangerous pass and coverage as Matthew Stockton and Caleb Duran and Timmy Jones all in some sort of zone blitz formation, dropping back, all had a chance, and that will fall complete, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Right, and Cashion is just, they're not holding back anymore. I think Shaq was probably unsatisfied with that, I would say that ending drives for Crescent getting that touchdown. So obviously he wants to come out here and he wants to hold them to 0 for the rest of the game.
I agree. 9:16 clock stops, 2nd and long. Stover in shotgun. He's going to hand it off inside. Timmy Jones immediately there. Great job there by the running back for Crescent. That was number 20. That is Luke Dowkey, the freshman, to elude the initial tackler by Timmy Jones. Gets across the line of scrimmage, but we do have a flag, most likely a holding call it is. And that is, I believe, just the second penalty against the Crescent Tigers tonight.
Right, but I guess it wasn't necessarily the biggest penalty ever, considering they were already just kind of right where they were. But still a great job from Cashion, able to stop the run right there.
So Wildcat defense and Tony Woods, the defensive coordinator, will take the yards. Wildcats will show stand up. They'll rush 5. Throw outside. Kellen Smith in coverage. Grabs Levitt and slings him out of bounds. And looks like that will be a nice gain of about 6 or 7 yards for the Crescent Tigers. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. Clock runs. Actually, it did stop, I guess, at 9:05. Let's see if they start it up here. They will not. So clock at 9:05, 3rd and long. It's a nice job there by Stover to kind of get that ball out. He had pressure in his face.
Right, and something that I think Crescent should have kind of focused more on in the beginning is trying to give Isaiah Lovett the ball. He is like probably their best offensive weapon. So, I mean, they haven't done it yet, and they're trying to do it right now, but it might just be a little too late.
It looks like Bryson Babb is in the backfield with Stover. Pressure's on. Oh, my goodness, Rival Fields goes WWE off the top rope with a huge sack. And Stover, running for his life, had nowhere to go as the Wildcats brought the Mad Dog Blitz, full house. And that's a huge loss and brings up 4th down.
Right, and Rival Fields in the air, twisting his body to grab the shoulders and bring him down.
Yeah, Rival taking that helmet to the thigh pad earlier slowed him down. Didn't show any slowdown there as he goes airborne and is able to go Macho Man Randy Savage on Stover to bring him down. Back to receive the kick for the Cashion Wildcats. It's going to be Kellen Smith. That one's going to bang at the 48, and wisely Wildcats will stay away, and that will roll dead right around the 44 as it'll be Cashion Wildcat football here with 8:19 on the clock.
Right, and if I'm Shaq, I'm just laying it on at this point. If it was any other team, I would say we can probably start like pulling punches, but this is Crescent, so I'm honestly wanting the 70 points right now, if we could get it. But I think we need to be reasonable. 60 points is fine.
All right, reasonable. 65 is reasonable for my man Jackson Drake. All right, so Wildcats back out at second possession. Their first one off of an interception from Kellen Smith down to the 14. This one now will start right around the 43-yard line. 8:19 on the clocks. Empty set here for Kellen. Little swing pass out to Grayson Davis. Going to need a couple blocks. Doesn't get it. Give credit to number 1. He's been all over the place. Smith Gordon, a junior, coming in to get Grayson Davis with a tackle for loss.
Right, and I saw Grayson try to jump back up then. I think it's just, the adrenaline. I think Grayson's just trying to jump over anybody.
So, again, onside kick. It can go in the air as long as it goes more than 10 yards, right, and hits the ground. You can get it. You can get it. All right. Wildcats back at it. Kellen Smith in shotgun. In motion, Grayson Davis will come back in the backfield. We've seen this formation all season long. Davis with the handoff. He's got a huge hole left side. Following his man, Timmy Jones, down the sideline. That's a big run. Timmy looking for someone to hit. And that'll be a first down for the Wildcats as Grayson Davis gets it on the plus side right around the 41-yard line.
Right, and something that I don't think we've seen in the past couple of weeks, but we're seeing it again is Grayson Davis in that backfield, just getting the ball and taking it.
Yeah, he's your Swiss Army knife here for Coach Shaq. He does it all. So coming back in is Jaden Bolton with Kellen Smith. Wildcats again, heavy package. Jaden Bolton inside give. Good lane, patient in the lane, up the middle to the 15. Can't get tackled, touchdown. Rival Fields. That was Rival. He's got his 3rd touchdown. He goes 42 yards, and the Wildcats get another score.
I think is that his 4th?
It is his 4th. He had that's right. He had the screen pass as well. You're exactly right, Jackson. 4th touchdown, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
He's something else tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess maybe he's a little tired of Crescent himself. Going to take it upon himself. Adley Jerry out for her 7th extra point opportunity. Kick is up. It's a beaut, and it's good. Wildcats add another. 47-13. The Wildcats coming out fast. It must have been a great speech at the halftime for the coaching staff And so with that, Wildcats up 47-13. It's a 34-point lead. I don't know if the clock's running or not. Coach is leaving. We'll see what happens here. We're still early in the third quarter. Again, with 7:13 on the clock, Wildcats doing whatever they want to do.
Right, and if I'm Cashion, I'm still not fully pulling my punches yet. I want to get as many points as I possibly can. Maybe just the third quarter, and then maybe the first 5 minutes of the fourth, and then after that I can probably start subbing in some guys.
Wildcats on a 4-play, looked like a 57-yard drive. It was a 42-yard run by Rival Fields. Rival on the night, 134 on 15 carries and 3 touchdowns. He's got another one through the air. The sophomore is showing out and doing his work. Love seeing that. And certainly, you know what? If you've got a kid that plays football, wouldn't hurt you to volunteer and help out and do some spots. You know, we talked about Rival's daddy working the scoreboard. Maybe that's the magic sauce. But Rival has done great work. He's come in with some good size. That was the one thing I saw coming out of fall camp for him. He's worked hard in the weight room. He's got the speed and athleticism. I love his patience. Brody Nichols with a high onside kick. That one's going to drop, and we'll have a fair catch, and that one will be caught by number 15, Travis Wolf. That one will stop right around the 32-yard line, and so the Wildcats will go back out on defense. So with 7:13 on the clock, Wildcats have been extremely successful on offense and defense here. Wildcats able to force a turnover and a punt and able to get 2 touchdowns off of that. Let's see if they can get maybe another opportunity here with this next defensive set, because Jackson wants 65. So we got to make sure and give it to them.
Well, I want as many as we can get, honestly.
Okay. All right. You know, we haven't had a lot of games where the younger guys have been able to get in. So this is one of those things where you love seeing. So Wildcats back out on D, 4-man front. Waswell with the pressure from the outside basically tackles the running back through the offensive tackle. Ethan Waswell, unbelievable play. That'll be a tackle for loss for him. I know Caleb Duran led the team with 6 tackles at halftime, but from a tackle perspective, I know Ethan's got to be getting up there as well. Did you see that, Jackson?
Yeah, no.
Did you see him take the tackle with him to tackle the running back?
Yeah, I saw it, but I'm also just checking the scores right now.
Okay, what do we got score-wise with Hooker and Fairview?
Fairview still has 7, but Hooker has scored 26 on them.
Woo-hoo! Hooker. Looks like the Hooker Bulldogs putting the work in. Run into a buzzsaw. So it looks like Coach Geip is requesting a confirmation on that last play. I'm not sure what he's asking for, but Coach Wood, I think they're talking about running the clock. I don't know. What do we say? I don't know. All right, well, we'll bring you back to action. So
they're running the clock.
Yeah, 6:12 on the clock right now. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 from the 32. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Neiman Abavi, Jackson Drake, and Maddox Gibson up on the camera. Wildcats back on a D4-man front here. Strong left look here. It'll be a keeper, and it'll be a fumble as, Colby Watson, who's got that huge clubbed hand. I don't even know how he can catch the ball, but give him credit. That time that direct snap to him, the Wildcat was going to go student body left. A little single wing look here, or veer look, but that one drops to the ground for another loss, and so that'll be 3rd down and long. And if you're the Crescent Tigers, I don't know if you want to pass, Jackson. Do you want to take a chance at throwing the ball here?
I mean, might as well.
Okay, it's been kind of tough sledding for them and it looks like it won't be. It looks like will be Stover back to pass to his right. He's going to set his feet over across the middle. Up top, Kellen Smith with another interception in traffic. He's going to go right side. Travis Lovels with a monster block.
No way.
He did get his head across in a game where it's 47-13. That's a tough call. I definitely see the call being made. But I got to give credit to Travis throwing his body out there in front of the oncoming defender as Kellen Smith races down the sideline. He gets it to the 15 after the penalty. It'll probably move it back to the 30. But a tough play there by Stover. He actually had some good protection.
Right, but he just threw it into like quadruple
coverage.
coverage.
It was quadruple coverage. Yeah, he was looking for his man.
47-yard line is where he caught it.
So Kellen Smith with a huge return will be negated a little bit, but that's going to be a 2nd interception. I think that's his 4th interception of the season. Is that correct, Jackson?
I think it's 5.
5?
4 or 5, maybe even 6, but he has a lot of interceptions, so.
I had mid-season stats from my man Lane. He was kind enough to, Lane's out there turkey hunting. He's doing all sorts of stuff in the wildlife. And, I'm texting him. I said, Lane, I need some stats. And he says, I'll get it back to you when I get back to civilization. All right. So with the mark-off from the spot where the penalty occurred, right around the 30, it moves it back to midfield. So after the interception, I lost my sheet there, Wildcats will take over. So Wildcats doing well, forcing 2 interceptions and a punt. 10th possession of the night from the 50. Actually, from the 45, I apologize. Oh, actually, from the 50, that's right. Kellen Smith, the double move, wide open, Max Higdon, get him the ball, it's a catch to the 15. Can he make it? Yes, sir! Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. Kellen Smith hooking up with his man, the senior Max Higdon, on the 50-yard connection for touchdown Wildcats.
Right, and everybody on Crescent fell for the screen right there to Grayson, and that was just beautiful from Kellen and everything.
It was.
Great ball placement, maybe a little behind, but Max still got into the end zone, so, it works, so.
So a 7-second possession from the 50, Higdon with the 50-yard touchdown reception. Kellen Smith on the hold. Adley Jerry with the kick. It's up, and then she's going to hook it just left. Just hook it. Just miss a great angle, great height and power on that kick. She put a little too much. I think she was pretty excited for that one as well. So Wildcats starting the second half hot. Get an interception. It's Grayson Davis with the touchdown pass. Get the punt, then it's Rival Fields on a 42-yard run. Get the interception. It's Max Higdon on the 50-yard reception. Wildcats putting up 3 scores here quick in the third quarter.
And I think that trophy is coming home where it truly belongs after tonight. So, where is the trophy anyways?
I'm not sure. Maybe it gets hand-delivered. Not sure how that works out.
Probably.
We're not used to it being away from Cashion.
It's been away for 2 years, so it's about time it came back.
It came back, and we'll see if we can hang on to it. So Wildcats up comfortably 53-13 here in the third quarter. And the clock has stopped, so 4:58 on the clock. Brody Nichols, the junior, out to kick. Brody coming out this year to do a little kicking. Has done well, had a small injury. Gavin Layton came in, has done well himself. I feel like the Cashion kickoff specialist, certainly a strength here for Coach Shack and the squad. Nichols with a high hanger. That one's going to drop around the 30. It's going to be caught, fair caught. Looks like number 15, again. Travis Wolf with the reception, and it'll be first down and 10 from the 32 here. Possession 11 for the Crescent Tigers. Again, it's been tough sledding for them coming out. Let's see if Coach Gipe and the squad looks like Stover is going to come out of the game. So it looks like they're going to have Stover actually go back in.
I think he was just getting to play.
Oh, okay. All right. So it looks like number 18, that is Sutton Cox, the freshman, checking in as well. Got some younger guys that looks like Jackson Heskett, the sophomore's checked in as well. Oh, actually, he was in there from the start. I apologize. Stover with the keeper. Actually, I apologize. Watson with the keeper. He's going to go outside. So a little Wildcat action. It's Grayson Davis on the tackle as Colby Watson, the junior, big junior, coming through. He gets about 5 yards, and outside of those deep passes, that's been probably their most consistent play all night long for the Tigers.
And honestly, I'm a bit surprised that Watson's even able to catch the ball considering that big old club on his hand.
Yeah, it's been tough. He did drop one earlier. Let's see if they go back to the right this time with him. Stover is as an up back, so it is going to be Watson and number 2, Isaiah Levitt, in the backfield as they shift formations. Watson will keep it. He'll go back to that same spot, coming back in. It looks like it's Houston Jerry on the tackle. The freshman's checked in, along with Gavin Layton on the tackle. So Houston Jerry, nice job there for the freshman coming in for Coach Wood and the defense. Freshman, it looks like Slade Williams is checked in at linebacker as well. So Timmy Jones and Caleb Duran earn a well-rested break. Gavin Layton in the middle as well on the, Ethan Waswo hasn't left. Max Hoseley on the D-line as well as, it looks like, is that Jacob Reese, number 70?
Yeah, but Travis is still out there too.
Travis is out there as well, so Travis Loveholz is out there on the defensive end. So a few changes. Inside keep there by number 2. Lovett, the senior, 6'1", 150. He gets the first down. That's going to be on the plus side of the Cashion. So a couple good runs here for the Crescent Tigers. Wildcats continue to do some substitution as Grayson Davis and Max Higdon and Austin Compton check out. Number 19 for the Wildcats. Jake Jacobs, the freshman's checked in, as well as number 12,
Ryder
West. He's checked in. And then we also have number 18. That's our man, King Underwood's checked in as well. Hank Brown, the sophomore, staying in. So a bunch of sophomores coming in, and freshmen as well for Coach Wood. Keeper outside, Gavin Layton with the tackle, and that was Isaiah Lovett with the carry. He's going to get about 5 yards on that. Clock running here. Again, 2:57 on the clock.
Right, and if I'm Cashion, I'm probably just sending the blitz every time because they've ran the keeper about 5 plays in a row now.
So Ethan Waswell will have a seat. He'll get a hand from Coach Jay and the staff. Nice work there. Nice first game back for Ethan Waswell.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you he really wants to go out there and play some quarterback. We'll see if he comes out and plays a little bit of quarterback.
Jacob LeBlue is checked in, the sophomore at D end. I bet we probably see our man Ryder West out there. But keeper again, left side, got a good block. He's going to step out of bounds as Isaiah Lovett has kept the ball on that left side. He's done good work there for the Tigers. That'll be another first down with 2:19 on the clock. Looks like he stepped out right around the 39-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Clock running. Should be running. I thought he wound his arm, but he did not. Wildcats up 53-13. Again, appreciate you guys joining us tonight. It's been a fun one. And it looks like it's going to be Isaiah Lovett with Watson in the backfield. This time Watson will keep it. He'll come back up in the middle, breaks one tackle, won't break the second tackle. Give credit to Travis Loveholes. Looks like he's cramping up on that tackle as he tries to sling down the very big Colby Watson, 6'4", 200. Looks like he's cramped. Hopefully he's okay.
Right, and this is, if anything, probably going to be Crescent's most eventful drive, minus those 2 touchdowns.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. So Travis will have a seat there as he's cramping up. Coming in for him will be number 55, Jacob. Well, actually, LeBlue is checked in. Who else? Was that 65? Is that Connor Poe, the sophomore?
We have Max Hosley come back in.
Yeah, Hosley's in. So we've got on the defensive line Jacob Reese.
Yeah, that's Connor.
Yeah, we've got Jacob LeBlue, Hosley, and Connor on the line, Connor Poe. 4-man front, 4-3 look. Keeper Colby Watson will go to the left. In pursuit is Gavin Layton. Down the sideline, Watson. Great blocking. Poor pursuit by the Wildcats. And that'll be a 25-yard touchdown scamper by Watson, his first of the night.
What's his first name?
Colby.
So after 3 straight scores by the Cashion Wildcats, the Crescent Tigers are able to answer with the JV defense in.
Yeah, and that just cuts the lead to like 30-something. So.
Yeah, yep. So
great job from Crescent right there.
It was good response. So clock is not running. So I guess so. 147, 2-point conversion. Watson will get outside. Looks like he'll have a chance, and he'll get the 2-point conversion. So 53-21. So give credit to Watson and Lovett as they basically ran down the left side of the field the entire way and able to shred that Cashion JV defense for their 3rd score of the night.
Right, and I mean, I understand it's JV for us, but that doesn't mean like we should like take the pedal off, you know what I mean?
I agree. So it looked like there was some boys in terms that, maybe didn't want to necessarily get their noses dirty, but I agree with you. Time to figure it out, get out after it, make something happen. Again, give credit that they, for the Crescent Tigers, they go 68 yards in about 3 minutes with a 25-yard run by junior Colby Watson. Most likely onside kick, don't you think?
Probably. They're going to try anything and everything to kind of chip at this lead. But, I mean, I would say the game's probably in the bag by now for Cashion. But Crescent's going to keep trying to get back in this game, if anything. So.
Yeah, I got a score update from Chris Gibson as well, 26-7. So Hooker over Fairview. He mentioned that earlier. And we got a shout out. Slade Williams, he's got family in Crescent. We won't hold it against him.
Sutton?
Yeah.
Sutton Cox?
Yeah, he's got a cousin here and there. Yep. So, all right. And with that, it will be the Crescent Tigers kicking off this time to the Cashion Wildcats from the 40. Probably we'll see that no tee kick right off the dirt. Little toe punch. It'll be number 50 this time for Crescent. That is Hayden Burns kicking off. It's going to get some good height. Gavin Layton in the air. He's got a chance. Finds a block. He does not. And he's quickly brought down right around the 35, 36-yard line. So good job there by the kickoff coverage by the Crescent Tigers. Gavin Layton with about a 5-yard return. It'll be Wildcat offense, their fourth possession with 1:43 on the clock.
Yeah, we got some JV coming in.
So you wanted them to keep the foot on the gas. I would have liked to have kept it at least to the fourth quarter, but
Right.
Wildcats in control. So out for the Wildcats, it will be number 12, Ryder West, freshman quarterback. Slade Williams, a sophomore, to the right of him. Williams with the keeper, and he's got nowhere to go as the Crescent D-line in the backfield quickly. High snap. It looks like it's number 19, Jade Jacobs at wide receiver, along with the speedster Hank Brown. Hank at corner for the Wildcats, getting some opportunities here on the offensive side. On the offensive line, it's number 57, Kyler Ware. Kyler, a sophomore, has seen some time on the defensive line. Number 55, it's Jacob LeBlue. Who else do you see out there, partner?
Connor Poe, number 65.
60, Connor Poe.
I would assume
Brody Googer out there as well?
No,
Goodger?
I would assume that Jacob Reese is out there.
Okay, Jacob Reese. We also have a keeper there by Ryder West, and he's going to get, is that either going to be a hold or a face mask? My guess is going to be a hold. It may have been Hank Brown. That's unfortunate. Ryder West kind of running for his life there in that situation.
Right. If Colby Watson was behind me, I'd start running a little bit faster too.
So here's a spot for Coach Gipe. You know, again, they're most likely going to be moving to 1-6 on the season, 0-4 in district play. You know, you've got a kid in Watson who's a junior with a club on his hand. You know, you're already dealing with, you know, lower numbers and the risk for injury. Do you start to pull guys out, or do you kind of mix it in, Jackson? What do you think?
I mean, their season's probably over anyways if they're 0-4 in district play. Well, will be 0-4 in district play. So I'm just saying at this point, let them play. Let the seniors enjoy this.
Well, there's a few of them out there, so I know that Isaiah Lovett has stayed in the game. Slade Williams with a handoff. Tough sledding and tough running. He may get a half a yard on that carry. Clock at 45 seconds. It looks like if we get another 25 on the clock, the Wildcats will have to run another play. Let's see what the referees do here. I don't think they can stretch it enough to get out of this third quarter. They might. Let's see what happens. There's 40 on the clock, so Wildcats most likely with 40 seconds on the game clock and only 20 on the game clock and now 30 on the play clock. We'll let this one run. What I was trying to say is that we're going to let the clock run and go to the fourth quarter. So with that, Wildcats and the Tigers will move to 4. It's your Wildcats up 53-21. We appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Hang tight. We got some young kids going to have a chance to get some minutes. So let's hang tight. Come on back. We'll be back here in about 30.
Traveling down? Find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small...
All right, welcome back, CWTV. Fourth quarter action here. Neiman Ababi, Jackson Drake, Maddox Gibson bringing you tonight's action. Wildcats up big against their cross-county rivals on the War of 74. Riker West, deep shot.
Ooh, King.
Wow, King keeps running. He has a chance. Showing off the arm there is the freshman, Ryder West. If he would have waited maybe a half second, and if King runs a little bit harder, that may have been a touchdown. Caught the Crescent defense sleeping. Give credit to the freshmen, both freshmen, kind of working there. That's definitely the future. We're watching the future right now as we speak. So out to punt will be Rival Fields. Deep will be Isaiah Lovett here for the Crescent Tigers, standing right around his own 35. Rival's been fantastic all season punting, just like his daddy. That's another great punt. It's going to be fair caught, and then right by the 37-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Right, and the technical score of this game is still 53-13, but we'll give Crescent the touchdown right there from that drive.
Well, that's what's going to go down in the scoreboard.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. You love blood. I love it as well. We've had last year was a tough game, right? Last couple of years, tough games. Crescent Tigers jumping and hooping and hollering, getting their 3rd victory in the entire series. Maybe 20 some odd years. It's a big deal for them to get that win, and I feel you want to do a little payback. I got you. So with 11:52 on the clock, the Crescent Tigers with their 12th possession of the game, their 5th of the second half. They were able to get a touchdown. Let's see if they go back to that same formula they do as Isaiah Lovett tries to get the outside. He's gonna have a lane as he beats out Gavin Lane, cuts it back inside, and finally brought down as the Wildcats have not figured out that they've run to the Crescent sideline on every single play since the JVs come out. So I promise that Coach Wood understands that. He's going to go ahead and call timeout to explain to them that every single play has been student body to the Crescent sideline. So we'll see what happens here. Give credit to Isaiah Lovett showing that speed, getting to the edge. Good blocking there by the offensive line for the Tigers. They're not going to give up, right, Jackson?
No, they're going to try everything to come back.
Yeah, they're only down 32 points. So, the idea is that they got to get after it. So let's see what happens here. Let's try to set the edge a little bit better with our linebackers, our DNs, our corners even in those situations if they're going heavy to that side. And let's see if we can make a difference here. Again, give credit to the Tigers. They get it down to the 30, so that's a big 50-yard play basically for them. As Isaiah Lovett, one of the lone seniors here, again, one of 4 or 5 seniors here for Coach Guy. All right, so the Wildcat defense will go back out. 4-man front, so 4-3 look. It's going to be Slade Williams on this side. Let's just watch Slade as well as who's that defensive end? Who's on the defensive end?
Jacob LeBlue.
So
on the defensive end?
Yeah, defensive end on this side. Is that Jacob LeBlue? Okay,
yeah.
So let's see if LeBlue and Williams can kind of work it. Lovett will cut back outside the opposite work. So nice job there. Ball's loose. It's on the ground after Houston Jerry. They're going to say he's down. Coach Shackelford does not agree. As looked like King Underwood comes up with the recovery, but much better job by the D-line on that slant, making Lovett cut back. They give credit to Houston Jerry on the initial hit there. The freshman, he's got a couple opportunities thus far here with his time. So with 11:07 on the clock, that'll bring up 2nd down and 5. So give credit Lovett with the fumble, or actually with the run and non-fumble as it was called down. They'll go back up quickly to the line. Wildcats again in that 4-3 look, overhang here on the strong side on the Crescent side. It's going to be a keeper by Lovett. Coming right through. Great job by Lovett, or by Gavin Layton, fitting in that gap, making Lovett figure it out. And the Cashion defense playing much better. That's a short gain of about 3, and I'll bring up 3rd down and 3 here with 10:33 on the clock.
Right, and these are seniors and juniors, so I'd hope they'd be doing this against a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, but they're figuring it out. So,
no, I love it. It was a great job by Gavin Layton to really come in through that gap, that A gap. He shot through and made life difficult there for Isaiah Lovett. Again, Tucker Stover in more of a fill role here. It'll be Colby Watson with the snap. Actually, a little reverse to Stover. We mentioned his name. Hank Brown to the edge, setting it. Nice job there by the sophomore. It'll be enough for a 1st down, but much better fundamentals here for the Cashion defense. They've definitely settled down on a lot better. So with that carry, that'll be a 1st down for the Crescent Tigers, 1990 state champions.
They're not the 2020 champions, though. And 2021 champions, though.
That's right. That's right. Wildcats with 5 state titles, 3 in 8-man football, 2 in 11-man. Tons of state title appearances, I can tell you that. Way too many for Coach Shaq's liking, and no victories. So Lovett will keep it. He'll go back out. He'll get a few. So much better job there by the Cashion defense. Give credit to number 9, Gavin Layton. And we have a blowout in Hooker America as the Bulldogs up 32-7 on the Fairview Yellow Jackets. The Fairview Yellow Jackets back-to-back state champions. I think they had a 40-game win streak going, something crazy. It wasn't 40, but it was a lot. And the Hooker Bulldogs coming. Now, the Bulldogs will have to figure it out to get to a state championship, most likely through Fairview again, but it's a big win. Another reverse keeper. Stover's going to try to get to the edge. In pursuit was King Underwood. And give credit to Stover on the 15-yard carry and touchdown. And that'll move the score to 53-27 as the Crescent Tiger fans and the faithful going crazy. So with 9:19 on the clock, Wildcats try to defend this 2-point conversion. And give credit, again, a nice drive, about a 65-yard drive here for the Crescent Tigers. Big runs there by Lovett and Watson. That was a nice 15-yard run there by Stover. Back to pass. And that one will be caught. So Stover replaced by Isaiah Lovett. Isaiah Lovett, the senior, is able to convert to Stover for the 2-point conversion. And the Crescent Tigers put up 16 points in their last 2 possessions with the Cashion JV on the field. Hey, listen, you know what? You got a bowl show. You got a score update?
Yeah, we play Sayre next week. I will not be here for that game, unfortunately.
Why not?
I'm going to be in Indianapolis for
No,
that.
you cannot. If the CWTV crew, it is a blood oath that you stay and you work every game unless it's the Squirtle game of the week. You're not allowed to leave, Jackson.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to break the oath.
All right.
But it was just 14-13 last time I checked in the third quarter. Now it is currently 30-13.
That's interesting. Hey, so Sarah runs a double wing formation. It is absolute nightmare. It's nightmare fuel to watch. I think maybe the University of Oklahoma probably should run the double wing. They might be able to produce a first down. But the double wing, a lot of counters, under center. They basically try to get 2 or 3 yards. Wildcat defense will be all up. Linebackers are going to and linemen are going to get chopped at their knees. It's not fun in essence to defend. But Sarah's done a great job. They've got some good athletes, and Wildcats will have their hands full next week as we go. Is it on the road? Are we on the road next week? I think, yes, on the road to Sayre. How far of a drive is that?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
I may not be there. I may come to Indianapolis with you. That one's onside. King Underwood will fall on it. Still loose as Hunter. King he's able to recover that one. They've got to have a little bit more, what's the word I'm thinking of, Jackson?
Spark?
Yeah, they got a little bit more of a oomph to get those last few kicks. Underwood falls on that one, the freshman. So with 9:19 on the clock,
starters come back in.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep. I don't think Shaq likes the fact that they're kind of running up the score, and the score is going to tell a different story than how the actual game looked.
And so with that, Kellen Smith will hand off to rival fields. He'll cut back to the right. Up the middle. He's still on his feet. They need to blow the whistle. I think they blew one. And here's the deal. If you're Shaq, Lane mentioned it earlier, you kind of allow the other team to wave the white flag. And once they do, then you pull your guys out. But I guess Shaq was like, hey, look, you know what? Let's see what our guys can do. And he's like, well, I don't like it. So let's go back out there and let's get another score. Offside's not called. Jaden Bolton will keep it. He'll get the first down. I'm floored by the fact that the Crescent Tigers have jumped that signal so many times and not one offsides call, as I swear they're in the neutral zone and across the ball. But give the Tigers credit. Wildcats will have to mix up their calls and their counts. First down, Wildcats, 8:27 on the clock. Kellen Smith in. Again, Wildcats starters back in. Counter, it's a fumble. Kellen Smith will keep it. He'll take a hit, and that'll be a tackle for loss. So give credit to the Crescent Tigers. Kellen Smith on the zone read handoff. A little bit loose, and it'll be second down and long back right around the 42-yard line. Looks like Wildcats will go back in the double tight end set. So Slade Williams and Gavin Layton will go on each side of the tackles. It'll be Grayson Davis A-stepped up top. Max Higdon by himself. Kellen Smith and Jaden Bolton in the backfield. Jaden Bolton with the handoffs. Got a bunch of speed to the 50 and jumps across the first down marker into Crescent territory. Great blocking on that right side. Jaden Bolton patient and hits the Jets, and it's another first down for the Wildcats.
Right, and Jaden, that was just a great run. And we have somebody limping off. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp. Looks like Travis Luffleholz. I'm not sure why he was out there. Looks like we do have a Crescent player down. So with that, we'll go to commercial. We'll be right back in 30.
Town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit Magnolia Estates OK.
All right, welcome back. Cashion Wildcat TV. Fourth quarter action. Back to action as the Crescent Tiger injured player, number 11, Bryson Babb, comes to the sideline. Wildcats on offense. Kellen Smith with a hitch play to Grayson Davis. He'll get the first down, still on his feet, still moving, trying to get a block. Big hit out of bounds by Isaiah Lovett, but doesn't matter as Grayson Davis gets a huge first down for the Wildcats.
Right, and if Grayson Davis can hurdle over anybody, I think that hit doesn't really do anything to him.
So another reception for Grayson. He's had a quiet night. So 7:28, clock stops. Hands off, outside give. Jaden Bolton, and we'll have a holding call, and he's still on his feet. Jaden most likely should have probably just kept running outside that time. The ball is loose. He's got to take care of that rock. We do have a couple flags, most likely holding call here against the Wildcats. And, you know, I guess in essence, it's you know, I think we're all having conversations in terms of game management. What do you do in this situation? You were losing 53-13 at one point going into the middle of the third quarter. Should the clock have been running? I mean, where are we in the situation? Obviously, Coach Geip probably did not agree to the clock running and has continued to keep his starters out there to do his thing. And you know, it's kind of, Coach Shack tried to put his JV guys out there, and it's like, hey, listen, we're not going to walk out of here and take care of ourselves. It's still, early, it's middle of the season. We still have a long ways to go. We'll try to figure out how to manage that. Wildcats with 9 seconds on the play clock. It is 1st and 20 from the 30-yard line. Kellen Smith will hand it off to Jaden Bolton. He'll cut back inside. He'll get a few yards. He gets about to right across the 25-yard line. He'll pick up about 6 yards, 5 yards on that. Again, keeping the clock running. That'll bring up 2nd and double sticks. Probably expect maybe a Kellen Smith keeper here. What do you think, Jackson?
Yeah. Maybe that, or give it up to King or something.
Yeah, again, the thing is, even if you're Crescent, you're losing, you also risk injuries in these situations.
Right.
And where you're already short-handed a little bit and younger, we'll see what happens. So with that, 6:14 on the clock, running clock, 2nd and 15 from the 25. Kellen Smith, handoff, looks like it will be Jaden Bolton. He'll be met, and quite a bit of activity after the whistle. No call, and so clock running there. That'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like he got maybe 1 on that play.
Right, and I think some of that,
One or
like,
two.
some of that, testosterone or adrenaline is coming out from Crescent.
Yep.
They're just kind of hitting a little bit harder.
Yep. Well, they don't want to lose. They don't want to get killed. They were getting killed. So with that, 5:36, Wildcat offense stays out there, 3rd and 12 from the 22. Again, this particular series starting right around the 35. Grayson Davis in motion, trips up top and come back in, little wiggly room. Kellen Smith across the middle. Austin Compton on the post. Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. 22-yard hookup. A fantastic route and a wonderful throw by Kellen Smith. No back foot on that one. He stepped into that, honey, and sent it right to Austin Compton. And is that Austin's first touchdown of the season?
No, I know he is hyped after that one.
So great job there by Austin Compton. 22-yard completion, and that adds another one to the Wildcats as they extend their lead up 30, looking to make it 31 here with Adley Jerry for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. It's good, into the weeds. And we love it. Adley Jerry banging in another one. And the Cashion Wildcats decide to flex a little bit, saying, hey, we're still playing? Okay, well, let's play. And they go down the field in about 4 minutes and get the touchdown. Again, a 22-yard post pattern from Austin Compton, an absolute dime or strike there from Kellen Smith. Wildcats extended 60-29. We almost got that 65 burger for you.
I mean, I'm fine with 60.
You're fine with 60?
Yeah, at this point, it's just...
Why are you fine? Let's stick with the gusto. Go for it, buddy. Yeah, come on. You should be asking for 72 right now, Jackson. So with 5:15 on the clock, I hope you're still watching. I know you are. I know you're loving this at home. It's been a couple years in waiting for the Wildcats. Wildcats have dominated this series. It's not even a series. It's almost like another in-state rivalry that I'm thinking of here on the college level. It's been dominated by the Cashion Wildcats for so long. Give credit to Crescent Tigers. They stole one a while back. Back in 2018, 2017, they got a couple of these last couple of years. Wildcats bowing back up and returning the favor and returning to what we expect here for the boys in maroon and gold. Brody Nichols with a little bit longer kick that's going to be caught in the air by Travis Wolf. He's going to try to cut back to the middle. Pursuit is there. No block in the back or hold. An undercut there. Nice job there by was that Jaden Bolton? It was Jaden Bolton coming through on special teams. And so that will be about a 10-yard return there for Travis Wolf, the sophomore.
Right, and Cashion's going to have their JV come right back out.
Yeah, on defense, right?
Yep.
All right. So it looks like right from the 30-yard line. So with 5:06 on the clock, does the defense get a turnover? No.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, it's a bunch of juniors and seniors out there, and sophomores for Crescent, and it's a bunch of freshmen and sophomores.
Some younger guys. In fact, I see number 10. He is a sophomore, or he's a junior, you're right. Jaden Killian. We hadn't seen him earlier. So Watson in that play. Lovett's going to go deep. He's got a guy wide open, and we just mentioned the junior. We just mentioned him. Jaden Killian, the 6'1", 140 wide receiver. He's upset with himself as he was wide open as the Wildcat defense a little confused. If I'm King Underwood, I'm just trying to find the deepest guy. Just go next to the deepest guy. It looks like it was also number 12. That was Ryder West out there in coverage as well. Wildcats will make a few more substitutions. Is that number 88? That's Colson Cotter, the freshman coming in at linebacker. 5-man front for the Wildcats. Keeper there by Lovett. No hold call on Slade Williams, but great job by Williams taking on 2 blockers, as well as Hank Brown coming over to make the tackle out of bounds. So with 4:54 clock stopped, because Coach Geip does not want to stop the clock, losing 60-29. We'll continue to have more football here tonight. So Isaiah Lovett with the carry there. He's been the workhorse here for the Crescent Tigers here in the fourth quarter and half of the third quarter. It'll be Lovett and looks like number 20, and that's Luke Dalkey. Luke Dalkey. Actually, it'll be Lovett with the keep. He'll cut back inside. Looks like it's number 55. Jacob LeBlue with the tackle. Give credit to number 8 as well, and that is Cale Browning, a freshman for the Wildcats. So a couple of younger Wildcats getting some tackles here.
Right. Crescent's doing
55.
Crescent's doing some great stat padding right now. That's what I'm going to call it for Isaiah Lovett.
Well, listen, if you're going to play the game, you got to play it, right? But I agree with you. This is a time probably where you allow some of your more veteran guys to take a break, right? You're only risking injury here. I don't think you lose respect of your team,
No.
right? But, this is Coach Gipe. He wants to set the standard here for himself. Watson will keep it. He'll go left side. Hank Brown filling the gap. He'll take a hit, but he'll take Watson. Watson's a big kid. Hank Brown takes that. Give credit to Colby Watson, the big junior. The 6'4", 200-pound junior coming around with a keeper. That'll be second down and about 2. Again, clock stops as he goes out of bounds. They're going to wind it. They finally start the clock. If I'm a Crescent clock keeper, I'm probably winding it myself anyway. So from the 49 on the Crescent side, 3:56 on the clock. Again, Colby Watson in that Wildcat look. He's going to keep run left side. Gets a hole. Great job there by the D-line. So number 76 in on the play. That is Cameron Billen, the freshman. We're calling a lot of freshman names out here. That'll be a first down and 10 on the Cashion side of the field.
Right, and Cashion, I'm just like, at this point, I'm ready to just get this trophy and go home and celebrate.
Well, we got to break down some equipment before we do that.
No, I'm talking about them.
No, I know, I got you.
Now I am too, obviously, but.
So Crescent Tigers, same formation, Watson with Lovett. Lovett reverse that same play they scored a touchdown with. It'll be Stover to the outside. We'll have a holding call. This one will be coming back as King Underwood finally chases down Stover. And I think the umpires have had enough of this themselves. They're going to take it in their own hands as they go ahead and call holding, and this one will be coming back. There's a lot of unwritten rules in football, and I think we just saw one of them just now. So with the mark off, the penalty right around the 45-yard line, that'll take it 10 yards back inside the Crescent side on the 46. So a big run is negated on that little, what would you call that, a shovel pass or a kind of a inside reverse play?
Oh, yeah. I would say it's about an reverse.
Stover showing that speed. Watson, actually, it's going to be Lovett back to pass. He's looking for number 15, Hank Brown in coverage. And that'll be out of bounds. It is caught there by number 15, Travis Wolf. He was open for a little bit, but Hank Brown back in pursuit. No play as that ball travels out of bounds. Incomplete. Clock stops. 2:37, and that'll bring up second down and long.
I will say to your team, that looks a lot better than 13 going to next year.
No.
Against your rival.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Then you point to the other side that was scored. Yeah, but no, I understand what Coach Gipe is doing here. I totally get it. I mean, he's trying to set a culture. He's a brand new coach here. He's trying to say we don't give up. We're going to go all out. You guys figure it out. We're not going to give up. Watson with it. He'll go left side. Good seal there by the defensive line by Cashion. Give credit to those boys inside. Number 55, Jacob LeBleu. Among others. Was that Houston Jerry on the tackle?
That looked to be Mason Heisey.
Mason Heisey. Okay, nice work there by the freshman D lineman, number 51. Wildcats are going to stay in that 4-3 look. In the middle of that defense will be Colson Cotter. Colson, a freshman, as well as Slade Williams, a sophomore. Hank Brown, sophomore. Levitt will keep it. Another that same reverse to Stover. I'm not sure where some of our players are running to. Stover cannot beat the tackle of King Underwood, and looks like that'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, I'm looking for the trophy right now. I'm trying to see.
So we got to tell Cale Browning to stay on that side. Just stay at home. Stay at home. So. First down for the Tigers as they bring it back into Cashion territory right at the 35. 1:18 on the clock. Crescent Tigers looking to try to get another score here to cut into this 31-point lead. Inside Watson, he'll keep it. He'll get tackled across. Looks like that'll be enough for a first down. So clock stops with 58 seconds. Yeah, Colby Watson coming up a little gingerly. He's already got a club on his right hand. He's having to carry the team here down 60-29.
We've officially reached the 50-second mark, so.
Yes, the clock running here as after that first down is placed. The clock runs, 44 seconds on the play clock. Would probably expect either a pass or another inside getting. Actually, Watson will keep it. He's going to weave through. Great job by number 18. That's King Underwood coming up from the safety spot. Right. We'll also give credit to Cameron Billen, 76 freshman D lineman on the tackle. It's great to have a spotter up here. Boy, I love this. Mr. Reesner, you're more than welcome to come join any of our broadcasts. So with 12 seconds left, let's see if Levitt or Watson gets it. It's going to be Watson. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll outside. He's going to look for some blockers. King Underwood steps up, takes the hit.
Did he get in?
They're going to say he is short, and they're going to call timeout, and that's time.
That's game.
And so Colby Watson, giving everything he can, is stopped at the 1 yard line, and that's ball game as your Cashion Wildcats are victorious, 60-29. They moved to 5-2 on the season, and what's most important, 3-1 in district play here at the midway point of the season. Jackson, thoughts on the victory?
Well, okay. Crescent, I know record-wise they're not a huge opponent, but this is a big win only because that trophy is coming home where it belongs. So I'm gonna leave it at that. The trophy is coming home to Cashion. Cashion wins tonight, and Nima, you just finish it off for us.
What was the one thing that you liked about the offense tonight?
One thing that I liked about the offense, Rival Fields.
Rival Fields. He had a great night, didn't he?
I mean, I liked the offensive line. I thought they blocked tremendously well. But if I had to pick one specific thing, Rival Fields. I liked Rival Fields tonight.
All right. I think you're like me. You know, we're ready to go home, Jackson. I appreciate you tonight. Big shout out to Maddox Gibson upstairs on the camera, and we appreciate you guys watching from home as the Wildcats victorious. War on 74 is officially complete, and the trophy coming back to Kingfisher County, right off of County Line Road at Cashion, America, as the Wildcats victorious 60-29. Again, Coach Shack and the boys moved to 5-2 on the season, 3-1 in district play. They'll be taking on Sayre next week on the road. If you're on social media, you have to be. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all updates, game notes, and stats. We appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. Again, it's a great night as the Wildcats get a huge win on the road. So for my crew and for everyone else out there, we appreciate you. Go Cats and God bless.